tradition of winning.
This one hit in the air, line drive. It's off the glove of Kojal into center field. Here comes Hernandez. He is safe. Tigers win. Tigers win.
This is the Powerhouse. LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball is on the air. Play ball! This is exciting live coverage of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
This one's high, this one's deep, and this one is gone.
Brought to you by Albertsons, Coca-Cola, Cox, Hancock Whitney, Louisiana Blue, McDonald's, and by FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake.
Nobody on, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, 12-5, Tigers lead the 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Head north, young man, you're going to Omaha.
Your home for exclusive live coverage of the Powerhouse. On the road to Omaha, LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Field. Going back is Swain to the wall. It's gone! Second grand slam of the day!
Welcome in to the Hub International On Deck Show, presented by Hub International, Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Visit hubinternational.com, leading you up to first pitch of LSU baseball with a trip around the SEC, pitching matchups, batting lineups, and a visit with the top Tiger, head coach Jay Johnson. Here come the Tigers. Now, let's go inside the broadcast booth for the call of the game on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
We reach Sunday with a chance for a Tiger sweep as Game 3 comes our way in this SEC series between the South Carolina Gamecocks and your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair along with Tiger champion Buzzy Heidel here in the booth. Our producer, Alondra Villarreal, back on controls in the Capital One studio, welcoming you once again to Skip Bertman Field inside Alec Box Stadium here on the campus of LSU in Baton Rouge for today's play-by-play story. Well, yesterday, according to LSU skipper Jay Johnson, it was the best day overall for the Tigers all season long. 2 consistent performances in all phases, and more specifically, the pitching staff has been super efficient with LSU picking up 2 wins in 18 innings, utilizing just 4 arms, and the offense has also been effective when opportunities have been presented. South Carolina comes in today with plenty of arms available out of the bullpen, which by most accounts is the strength of the Gamecocks. Both teams have made their decision on starters today. Tigers look to South Carolina native Zach Cowan, the senior right-hander, making his 4th start of the year, while South Carolina calls on junior left-hander Alex Valentin. The Tigers with a chance to sweep its first SEC weekend of the year, and it couldn't come at a better time, and it would also get LSU another game closer to double-digit conference wins. Game 3 is coming up. It's South Carolina. It's LSU. Coming up next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans, get ready to swing for the fences because the 2025 baseball season is upon us, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the home run celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to LSU baseball games or to any other live event in Baton Rouge, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of LSU athletics. The most disruptive idea in ticketing, a ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Hi, I'm Nancy Landry. Louisiana's elections are an important part of who we are. In 2026, closed party primaries will change how some of those elections happen, so you'll want to know what to do. Keeping your registration current ensures you'll get the right party-based ballot. Remember, this change only applies to certain offices. To learn more, visit govote.com or download the GoVote app. Know before you go.
Back on the Hub International On Deck Show. Time now to talk with Tigers. Presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
We're back here at Alex Box Stadium, Skip Bertman Field. Game 3 of the series between LSU and South Carolina. Joined now by LSU first baseman Mason Braun. And Mason, so far it's been a great weekend for the Tigers. 2 wins yesterday. Just your thoughts on the way the team performed in yesterday's doubleheader.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely LSU Tigers baseball. The last 3 games we've been playing, executing on both sides of the ball, playing defense, executing on offense, drawing their walks, having free bases, not giving up free bases on the pitching side and everything, just playing clean baseball all the way around.
Talk about your position at the top of the order now, batting leadoff. How does your approach change as a leadoff hitter?
Yeah, I mean, it really just stays the same for me. Just trying to run quality at-bats every single at-bat, not give away any at-bats, and just get on base and get the offense moving so then guys behind me can do their job too.
So, of course, a lot is made of the fact that LSU has 4 true freshmen in the lineup, you and Omar and William and Jack. Just your thoughts about the way you guys are contributing in your first years with the program, and really now it's like you're not freshmen anymore because you have so much experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of energy and play with heart and just playing the way that we've been taught to play ever since we got here, and the LSU baseball way of executing and doing your job and not playing for yourself but playing for the team, and that's really what I see out of the 4 of us a lot.
So you guys are in great shape pitching-wise. Only used 4 pitchers over 18 innings yesterday. Zach Cowan on the mound to start. Just your thoughts on playing behind Zach and what he brings to you guys on the mound?
Yeah, it's definitely a great pitcher to play behind. He's always in the strike zone, so you're never really waiting back. You're always on your toes and expecting the play to come to you. So it's definitely an easy pitcher to play behind just because you're expecting something and the play happens very often. Not really many balls, a bunch of strikes and attacking the zone, so it's a really fun pitcher to be behind.
All right, Mason, we greatly appreciate it. Good luck to you guys today.
Thank you.
Mason Braun with us. Tigers getting set to face South Carolina in Game 3. We've got a lot more to come after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
In Baton Rouge, locals don't just love their home, they love sharing it. Discover a city where culture is abundant, hospitality comes naturally, and the best spots are never kept secret. With the vibrancy of a big city and the ease of a weekend getaway, Baton Rouge invites you to slow down, savor, or soak it all in. Find your pace at visitbatonrouge.com.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Leading you up to first pitch, this is the Hub International On Deck Show. Time now to take a trip around the Southeastern Conference. Presented by Visit Baton Rouge, Louisiana's capital city.
Back-to-back great weather days here in the capital city. We get ready for Game 3, South Carolina coming in taking on your LSU Tigers. A reminder, fans, if you think you have what it takes to be a true Caniac Maniac, we'll prove it at the next home baseball game. You could win a prize pack courtesy of Raising Cane's One Love. Let's take a look around the SEC, take a trip around the Southeastern Conference with the standings and the latest scores. With that, once again, here is Tiger champion Buzzy Heidel. Buzzy?
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, 7 series are still being played, decided today. I misspoke yesterday, Chris. Alabama did win the series yesterday with their win over Vanderbilt, but they also got the sweep. They won their first game. That was a series that started on Thursday. So Alabama and Vanderbilt, are done for the weekend, and Alabama won all 3 games. Some games underway at the moment. Going into the 7th inning in Athens, Georgia leads Missouri 14-3. Georgia looking to sweep the series. Top of the 5th in Lexington, Tennessee leads Kentucky 5-1. Bottom of the 3rd in College Station, Texas A&M with the early lead over Auburn 1-0. Texas A&M trying to salvage a win in a series that Auburn won the first 2 games. Bottom of the 2nd in Austin, Mississippi State with the early lead over Texas 5-0. 2 games slated to start a little later this afternoon. Florida and Oklahoma will do battle in a winner-take-all game, and then Ole Miss and Arkansas will do battle in Fayetteville. Again, the winner of that game will win the series as they split the first 2. The standings up until this point, Georgia continues to lead the SEC with a record of 17-6. Texas A&M and Texas sit at 14-8. Auburn and Mississippi State 14-9. Alabama 13-11. You've got Florida, Ole Miss, Arkansas, and Oklahoma at 12-11. Kentucky at 11-12. Tennessee 10-13. Vanderbilt 10-14. LSU 8-15. The South Carolina Gamecocks sit at 7-16, and Missouri will round out the bottom of the SEC at 4-19.
All right, thank you, Buzzy. This LSU baseball moment brought to you by ES&H, keeping South Louisiana safe, compliant, and strong with expert environmental and safety solutions. Tigers warming up out in right field. A few Gamecocks doing the same in left field. Crowd making their way through the gates here as we get ready for Game 3. Gamecocks and Tigers. We'll take a timeout. We come back. Much speculated on who the starting pitchers would be for today's game. Buzzy will break that down for both the Gamecocks and Tigers when we continue on the Hub International On Deck show from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air conditioning system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Trane is a proud partner of LSU Athletics. Visit TraneSouth.com today to find a Trane dealer near you. It's hard to stop a train, but it's easy to afford one. Ask for details.
On Alabama's beaches, the coastal code isn't written on signs. It's written in the moments you make. It says, drop your flip-flops in the boardwalk and run. Seashells are the party favors of the Gulf, and all dance floors extend to the shoreline. Ready for a place where play leads the way? You'll get it when you get here. It starts with rule number 1. Start planning at alabamisbeaches.com.
My wife, she loves to fry okra. She's from Mississippi, so that's her favorite thing to do. I guess I was just too late. The flame ignited right there in my face. The pain was, it was bad. That's how I got 2nd, 3rd degree burns. Blue Cross treated me great with the recovery process. In the end, everything worked out. I'm Chad, I'm from Baton Rouge, and I had Blue Cross for 10 years. I don't eat fried okra, that's the funniest story.
Here is a look at the game's pitching matchups as the Hub International On Deck show continues on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Getting ready for Game 3 on a beautiful Sunday. Coming up, we'll get your game day weather report brought to you by AccuTemp. Time now to take a look at the starting pitchers for both South Carolina and LSU. We finally know who they will be. And again, Buzzy, both have plenty of arms at the ready. It'll be interesting to see how both Monty Lee and Jay Johnson handle their starting pitchers today. But break down the first 2 guys we'll see on the rubber to get this one started.
Yeah, for South Carolina, you got junior left-handed pitcher Alex Valentin making his 6th start of the year. He's 1-2 with a 4.46 ERA. 38 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 18 walks, and 48 strikeouts. It's a 91 to 94 mile an hour fastball, and he's going to throw a ton of changeups to right-handers. He likes to go sliders to left-handers, so fastball, slider to lefties, and then on the righties, that fastball and throw that changeup in there down in the zone. He's a guy. It's going to be a lot of theatrics. It's going to be a lot of huffing and puffing, dancing around on the mound, and guys like that. I think the key for LSU, which they did a good job in the 2 games yesterday, is get that leadoff runner on in innings and put pressure on Valentin and kind of frustrate him a little bit. I think LSU's crowd can help with that as well. As like I say, he pitches with a lot of emotion, a lot of theatrics, and sometimes that you can. That's good for a pitcher, and sometimes you can use that as an opposing team to work that against him with those same emotions. So it'll be an interesting battle. LSU has a chance to sweep SEC series for the first time this year, which they desperately need. It'll be a great challenge. And then for LSU, Zach Cowan gets to start his 4th start of the year, a 4.40 ERA. In 28 2/3 innings, giving up 14 runs, 8 walks, 37 strikeouts. Yeah, you heard that right, 8 walks. That's what he does so well. He's a strike thrower. His last outing was arguably his best of the year against Southeastern on Tuesday. He went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, only 1 walk and 7 strikeouts. The key for Cowan, it's going to be a better hitter's day as the winds die down. It's good and hot out here, so I think the ball will carry for Zach Cowan, who pitches to contact a lot. Stay down in the zone and be able to work that changeup in on any count. And when you throw that changeup, make it be down in the zone as well. Some of these South Carolina hitters are big and strong. They can leave the yard with 1 swing of the bat. So Cowan, if he can throw strikes, stay down in the zone, I think LSU will have a good chance too to get that sweep here on a Sunday.
Thank you, Buzzy. Zach Cowan again, the senior right-hander, former South Carolina native himself. He will be on the mound for the Tigers. It'll be junior left-hander, the showman, Alex Valentin, on the bump for South Carolina. Time now for the team colors, presented by Kubota. For Earth, for Life. Gamecocks going all gray jerseys, gray pants. Carolina garnet across the chest and the garnet lids. LSU going with the Sunday golds. They've got gold jerseys, white pants, purple piping, and of course Tigers across the front chest and the traditional LSU purple lids. We'll continue with more on the Hub International On Deck Show. We come back, we talk with head coach Jay Johnson. Proud of his team's effort yesterday in all phases, hoping they can carry that over today in Game 3. Coach Johnson coming up next on the Hub International On Deck Show from LSU Radio Network.
When you shop Albertsons online or in our app, you can count on us to have freshly picked high-quality ingredients ready for pickup or delivery in as little as 30 minutes. Plus, save $30 off your first online order and let Albertsons take the hassle out of shopping while racking up the savings. With free pickup or delivery, you will always get the same great prices, deals, and rewards as in-store. Shop online at Albertsons.com or in the app. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
Hi, this is Chef Kevin Belton for People's Health. If you have diabetes, heart failure, or cardiovascular disorder, and you have Medicare, ask about a People's Health Chronic Condition Special Needs Plan. It's a Medicare plan designed to help with the unique needs that go along with these chronic conditions. Call People's Health today. Your benefits could start as early as next month.
Plans are insured through United Healthcare Insurance Company or one of its affiliated companies, a Medicare Advantage organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in the plan depends on the plan's contract renewal with Medicare.
Hey Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
At Toyota, we don't just build trucks. We build something that's meant to last. That's why the 2026 Tundra is built to tough it out and to take it easy. Built to carry tradition and to make new ones. Built stronger, built louder, built here. The 2026 Toyota Tundra. Built in Texas, driven everywhere. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
Before the Fighting Tigers take to the field, time to visit with the top Tiger. LSU skipper Jay Johnson. Presented by Hancock Whitney, the official bank and credit card of LSU Athletics. On the Hub International On Deck Show from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Coach, coming into Sunday, before we talk about today's matchup, got to recap yesterday's twin billing, the fusion, the sync of your team really in all phases of the game. I know you had to be proud.
Yeah, it's the best day we've had this year in 2026 with this team in terms of all phases. I thought it was excellent pitching, obviously using 4 guys throughout the course of the day, only giving up 4 runs in 18 innings. And then, looking at offensively, we really got guys on early in the inning, followed it up with another quality at bat, gave us a number of chances with runners at third and less than 2 outs, and then capitalized on all of them. And, you love to see that, and proud of the way the team played yesterday.
Real quickly, Seth Dardar, it was great to see him back in the lineup, got the start at third and got to see him at the plate. Again, hopefully he gets back to 100%. That's another weapon you can have, both in the field, certainly at the with the bat.
Yeah, and if you look at the volume of players that are out for us this weekend, like just getting one positive of getting Seth back in, and got a couple hits last night. So it was good to have him back in there. He usually does better when he's fresh, and he's been out for a while. So hopefully he's feeling good and can continue it today.
Coach, let's talk about the pitching plan. As you pointed out, 4 pitchers used through the first 2 games. Guys did an excellent job. Your starters certainly kind of followed the roadmap you said. Let's go get a little extended, but let's be successful. Zach Cowan going to get the start for you today. We certainly know what he's capable of.
Yeah, no doubt. I think those guys provided a good blueprint for how to collect outs yesterday. Zach, Gavin, Santi Garcia, Danny Lackenmeyer, that's probably at the forefront. Dax Dothy, I think, has a spell in here. Connor Bench, same thing. Maybe Zion Theophilus. So we've got plenty of guys that can do it. Just need them to pitch their best.
Well, Coach, looking forward to it. Another great day here at the box. Best of luck. Get after them.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Head Coach Jay Johnson, everybody. Quick timeout. Starting lineups coming your way, and then we get ready for Game 3. South Carolina and your Tigers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans, 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
I'm Richard Fontenot, president of the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation. My brother and I grow rice, soybeans, and raise crawfish on our farm in Evangeline Parish. For a 4th-generation farmer like myself, Louisiana Farm Bureau is as much a part of my life as checking traps or harvesting rice. Our organization is more than 145,000 members strong, and we've been around for more than 100 years. The Louisiana Farm Bureau spans generations, and we want you to join our family.
Visit lafarmbureau.org. The Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation, the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Get ready, Tiger fans! Venture Global is proud to partner with LSU Athletics, powering Louisiana and the world with clean, low-cost, reliable energy and fueling the future of our great state. As we cheer on the Tigers this season, we're also driving innovation, creating jobs, and supporting our local communities. Together, we're building a brighter, more sustainable tomorrow. Venture Global, proud partner of LSU Athletics, powering champions on and off the field. Go Tigers!
Wrapping up the Hub International On Deck Show. We are just moments away from first pitch. Time now for the game's starting lineups. Presented by Cintas. Build a better workday when you partner with Cintas. Visit Cintas.com.
What's so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night
Singing to the national anthem prior to first pitch this Sunday afternoon leads us right into the Cintas starting lineups. First for the South Carolina Gamecocks. Coming in now with a 22-26 overall record, 7-16 in SEC play. Tyler Bach now will move up. He'll be the leadoff batter and the center fielder, a junior, batting .270. Dawson Harmon will also move up. The third baseman will bat second in the order. Jake Randolph, again the designated hitter, will bat third. Talmadge LaCroix moving back to bat cleanup. The catcher is senior, batting .287. Ethan Lozama will be in left field, batting fifth. Will Craddock moving down in the order. Freshman first baseman will bat sixth. KJ Scobie, the shortstop, batting seventh. Logan Suter will get a start at second base, batting eighth. And Patrick Evans, who played second base the first two games, will move out to right field. He will bat ninth in the order. For your Tigers of LSU, 27-21, their overall mark, 8-15 now in SEC play. Mason Braun, again atop the order. The freshman will play first base. Omar Cerna Jr. will be the designated hitter for a second straight contest. He'll bat second. Derek Curiel will stay in the 3 spot, sophomore center fielder, followed by Kate Arambidi. He'll be behind the plate catching and bat cleanup. Stephen Milam, the shortstop, will bat fifth. Edward Yaman, the fourth in left field. For a second time this weekend, will bat sixth. Seth Dardar, once again, second straight start coming off injury. He'll be at third base, batting seventh. William Patrick in right field, the true freshman, batting eighth. And Jack Ruckert, another true freshman, will bat ninth and play second base. On the bump once again for South Carolina, junior left-hander Alex Valentine and a senior right-hander Zach Cowan for LSU. That's a look at the Cintas starting lineup. Fans have the right equipment to take on any job. Link to the land, just visit Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, at sunequip.com. Monty Lee and Jay Johnson meeting with our umpiring crew, going over the ground rules and exchanging the lineups at home plate. That means first pitch is coming up. Game 3, South Carolina and your Tigers of LSU, on the way from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
At Hancock Whitney, we don't leave things to chance, including the Tigers season. That's why we ran thousands of our LSU Visa debit cards through every game day ritual around the Gulf South. Get your LSU Visa debit card and some good game day luck for the Tigers this year. Learn more at HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Gotta carry that purple and gold. Hancock Whitney, official bank of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC.
It's not easy to be a champion.
Built from every swing, pitch, and game.
All season long.
In the grind, the focus,
and in the recovery.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for defending national champions, LSU baseball.
On the field, I trust my team. For my health care, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
My name is Trina. I'm from New Orleans, and I've been with Blue Cross Blue Shield for almost a year. Last year, it was right after my husband and I got married. I was diagnosed with a heart condition. When I received the diagnosis, I was terrified. And it was just so reassuring to know that I was covered. Knowing that I could really swing those costs was a security like none other. It's empowering. It's very empowering.
17 SEC championships.
One out, bottom of the ninth. Runner at first.
54 NCAA regional and super regional appearances.
Shores comes set, the 0-1.
20 trips to Omaha and the College World Series.
Ground ball towards Dickinson, flips it to Milam.
8 national titles.
The relay to first in time. Tigers win. Tigers win for the second time in 3 seasons and the 8th time in program history. The Fighting Tigers reach the pinnacle. They stand alone atop the mountain. Your LSU Fighting Tigers, the 2025 college baseball national champions.
The powerhouse. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Good Sunday afternoon, Tiger fans. Welcome once again. Skip Bertman Field inside Alec Box Stadium. SEC baseball having your Fighting Tigers of LSU hosting the South Carolina Gamecocks. Game 3 after a successful Saturday for Jay Johnson and his Tigers, taking both games and taking the series. Game 1 yesterday afternoon, a 6-1 final, and in the nightcap, a 7-3 Tiger win. We get ready for first pitch. Zach Cowan on the bump for the Tigers, taking his final warm-up tosses. Gives us a moment to pause. 10-second station identification. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
Buzzy Heidel, Chris Blair with you here in the booth. Alondra Villarreal on the ones and twos back in the Capital One studio. Buzzy, I mentioned from the outset, we heard Jay Johnson talk about it post-game last night. Again, visiting with him prior to today's game, he thought it was the best overall day in all phases for the Tigers, which, again, he'd love to have it earlier, but as the coach says all the time, you can't go back, change things that are in the past. You can only move forward, and that's a good sign. Again, you've talked about it since we got here yesterday morning. LSU's got to find a way to win. They've got to get a sweep. That's a tall order in the SEC, but they're going to have to do it not only this weekend, maybe even a couple of more weekends. But again, playing the way they did yesterday bodes well, not only to pick up wins, but winning the way they do can help you when it's time for the committee to decide who they put on those lines.
Yes, well, that's a good point. And again, yesterday was just a great example of when you throw the ball over the plate, these pitchers are good enough. Now, South Carolina does have their offensive struggles. They're last in a bunch of offensive categories. But, hey, that's who's in front of you. Throw the ball over the plate, which LSU did. Only 5 walks in 18 innings yesterday, 22 strikeouts. They need a lot of that today. They're going to start off with their best strike thrower in Zach Cowan. So if you throw a lot of strikes and South Carolina figures out a way to put a bunch of runs on the board, you tip your hat to them. But chances are, if you throw the ball over the plate, make them earn everything, they're going to have a tough time doing that.
Well, there's your recipe for success, brought to you by BRQ Seafood and Barbecue, official catering service of LSU Athletics. Tyler Bach stands in, the left-hander ready to go, and the right-hander Cowan delivers a first pitch strike, and we are underway. Time of first pitch, 2:02 Central Time. Bach batting .270 on the season. Awaits, and the 0-1, a swing and a miss. Breaking ball, tails into the left-handed hitter. Bach couldn't stay away, and it's 0-2. He leads the Gamecocks this weekend, does the center fielder, batting .333, 2 for 6 with a run scored. Did have a solo home run in yesterday's nightcap in the first. This pitch just outside. Bach disciplined enough to stay away, didn't chase. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, only 10 hits for South Carolina in the 2 games yesterday, but Bach was the bright spot for them. Moved out of the 2-hole for Coach Monty Lee's South Carolina Gamecocks into the leadoff spot for Sunday's finale.
The 1-2 breaking ball going to be fouled off the. Oh no, they're not going to say a foul. It's a fair ball. Bach never left the batter's box. It's going to be picked up by Cowan, who tosses to Braun for out number 1, but a little confusion. Bach never stepped out thinking it was a foul ball. Home plate umpire Seth Buckminster kind of let the play go, and I think almost indicated it was a fair ball, but now it looks like Jay Johnson coming out saying what was the call, and they will say foul. That was a little indecisive, at least from the body language up here.
It was, and I'm not sure who actually called it foul. What umpire? Was it home plate umpire, Chris?
I had my eyes on him.
I did too, and I didn't think I ever saw him call a foul ball, which is odd.
Well, back to a 1-2 count. Bach at the plate, and he'll swing and miss at this one. Aaron Beatty's got to pick it up, steps out into the grass, throws to Braun. Bach retired 1 away, and Cowan with a strikeout.
Well, good start for LSU, and that's what you're going to see from Zach Cowan. Usually when he's going well, he's throwing a lot of strikes, getting ahead early, and then changeup is his best secondary, but he has been able to work the slider in, which will stay around 82 to 85 miles an hour.
Dawson Harmon now to the plate, moving up in the order to bat second here today. He's over on the weekend against LSU, and he'll swing and miss at this off-speed pitch down and in. It's 0-1. Time now for your game day weather report, brought to you by AccuTemp. Chance of power outages never if you get a whole home generator from AccuTemp. Keep the power in your hands. Currently 76 degrees, nothing but sunshine. It'll stay that way really the rest of the night. and into tomorrow. So perfect weather for some Tiger baseball on this Sunday. 1-1 now the count to Harmon. Open stance for the right-hander, lifts the leg, and a ground ball. Going to be hit right to Ruckert, right of second base. Good throw to Braun. 2 gone.
That's how you draw it up. 2 quick outs, a lot of strikes. Zach Cowan, we told you in the pregame, in his outing against Southeastern earlier this week, went 4 innings, threw 73 pitches. So he's a guy that can do it. He can get up to 75, 80, even 85 pitches. And we didn't get an answer from Coach Jay Johnson, but I would think Coach would love to get him to go 4 innings today minimum.
Jake Randolph now stands in. Senior awaits. First pitch fouled back off the bat of Randolph, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, full bullpen too for LSU with a bunch of guys ready to go. Lockenmeyer, Santiago Garcia, Gavin Guidry. So LSU's in plenty good shape with pitching.
Fastball rises high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. You know, you mentioned the fact that South Carolina has its offensive woes, and that to me is also what's been key about the pitching staff so far, is they haven't given those free passes to a team that has struggled at the plate. Look out, foul ball into the screen at the Tiger dugout. Nobody flinched, not even Jay Johnson. He's standing straight up, got his arms behind him, and that ball was about 6 feet from him on a absolute rocket. He didn't move.
You can't show anybody that you're scared down there. You got to stand tall. No, you're right. Look, not that South Carolina, that's the only way they can beat you. I mean, anybody can get hot for a day or an inning or a few innings, but you give them a bigger chance of beating you if you give them free passes.
Another foul off the bat of Randolph keeps the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's the breaking ball. Spoiled by Randolph, he fights it off. Again, I think that could be said in a number of games in SEC play. Again, there's not a whole lot of bad offenses in this league, but there's been times where LSU certainly has helped out their opponent. This one sent down the line in left, and it's a foul ball. Catches the end of the screen just inside foul territory. Still 1-2 as Randolph will head back to first, pick up the bat. Fans, if you're a coach or a CEO and you lead people towards success, may we recommend checking out Skip Bertman's book, Everything Matters in Baseball. Just visit skipbertman.net right now. Learn ways you can help lead your team to victory.
LSU with the defense, they've got Randolph shaded to really pull the baseball, as you've got third baseman Dardar really playing the line, and Stephen Milam, LSU shortstop, is really in that 6-hole.
Cowan fires another 1-2 pitch. Little tapper. Milam charging in. Glove side handle. Throw to first in time. Out number 3. Almost automatic when Milam comes in on a ground ball, and Carolina goes quietly. No runs, no hits, nobody on base. Played a half inning, and for the first time this weekend, Carolina comes up scoreless. We go to the bottom of the first. Tigers have Braun, Cerna, and Curiel on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Everything tastes better after an LSU Tiger victory. Similarly, everything also tastes better once you've baptized it with the handcrafted flavor of the original Louisiana hot sauce. So just imagine how truly tasty something would taste if it was doused in the original Louisiana hot sauce after an LSU Tiger victory. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
LSU Tiger fans are gearing up with real Tigers apparel and merchandise from the official online store at lsushop.net. Get jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, official team merchandise from Nike, accessories, and much more. Over 3,600 products, all shipped right to your door. Head to the place real Tiger fans go for the selection only real Tiger fans get at lsushop.net.
I'm Scarlett Johansson. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. You can join the movement to end hunger by donating, volunteering, and advocating. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Follow the powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
LSU coming to the plate in the bottom of the first inning, no score. Zach Cowan right on the script, Buzzy. Throwing strikes, soliciting contact. The defense able to back him up. Did pick up a strikeout. And as I mentioned, Carolina, first time this weekend, they go scoreless in the top of the first. We'll see if LSU has done a lot of their damage early in the games. Can get off to a good start as Mason Braun will lead things off for the Tigers. Batting an even .400 on the weekend is 2 for 5 with 3 runs scored. Added to his home run totals on the weekend, now with 3 on the year.
Has done a nice job in that leadoff position too, just figuring out ways to get on base. You mentioned the 2 hits, but how about 4 walks? So just becoming a little bit of a bug out there, lightning bug for that leadoff position.
First pitch, fastball from Valentin. They'll say missed off the outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, see, we've already seen a little bit of the shimmy shake early from Valentin.
He draws attention there on the mound. Here's the 1-0 after a wiggle and a comebacker, and he reaches down to Valentin and snags it. He will toss over to Craddock, and Braun retired. That one smoked off the bat. Good play by Valentin. Just kind of laid the glove down there, nonchalant, pulled it up, made the play, and there's 1 away.
Yeah, look, I mean, baseball has their long list of characters in the game going through the major leagues, all that. It's just in different wind-ups, different batting stances, all that. You just like to know when was that incorporated into Valentin's arsenal.
There's the wiggle and the pitch to Cerna. Send it high in the air, but foul down the line in right. And it's 0-1. FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake. Proud to be LSU's championship health partner. Remember, together, LSU and Our Lady of the Lake, champions for Louisiana. 0-1 to Cerna. Cerna, of course, no surprise, getting used to this, leading the Tigers on the weekend, batting .571. This pitch from Valentin way outside, missing. 1 ball and 1 strike. 4 for 7 at the plate for the freshman. 3 runs scored, a couple of doubles, and 1 RBI. 1-1. Valentin wiggles and fires. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2.
Yeah, that's the good changeup from Valentin, and he's gonna, a lot like Zach Cowan, very similar pitchers, except obviously one's from the left side, one's from the right, but they're gonna work that changeup in a lot, particularly for Valentin to right-handed hitters.
A 1-2 delivery. Down low, blocked up by LaCroix. That'll even the count to Cerna. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fastball will sit at 91 to 94 miles an hour, so it's plenty hard enough with the good change of speeds to be successful in this league. Valentin, prior to coming to the SEC, played his baseball last year at Texas State University.
2-2 pitch. Cerna spoils the fastball with a foul to the right side. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, last year he pitched in 16 games with 11 starts for Texas State. Posted 5 wins, 58 strikeouts in 67 and 2/3 innings pitched. He had a opponent's batting average of .230.
2-2. And again, foul ball, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Valentin now walking back to the mound, just shaking his head. Still shaking his head. We were told by Carolina radio that don't expect him to move quickly. Usually takes a couple of strolls around the mound, but there's a swing and a miss. Cerna down on strikes. He was able to fight off a couple of pitches, but Valentin gets him with a breaking ball, and there's 2 away.
I went to the all-speed pitch, and it was down in the zone, and you're right, Chris. They threw the ball around for the South Carolina. Valentin almost, he went all the way to third base and just retrieved the baseball from Harmon. So he's not going to wait on the mound for anything. He's going to get everything he wants.
It's hard for him to stand still, it appears. Here's Derek Curiel. Pitch to the left-hander. Swatted in the air to center field. Coming in is Bach on the run. He's able to get to it, stay on his feet for out number 3. So LSU goes quietly in the bottom of the first inning. 1-2-3 for the Tigers. Played a full inning, no score, top of the second. Carolina comes to the plate when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's not easy to be a champion.
Built from every swing, pitch, and game.
All season long.
In the grind, the focus,
and in the recovery.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for defending national champions LSU baseball.
On the field, I trust my team. For my health care, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
Score big with MMR. Join the team at the largest privately owned open shop electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation, headquartered right here in Baton Rouge. MMR is committed to positioning each team member for success. Whether you're a student seeking an internship, just starting your career, or already a seasoned professional, MMR offers a variety of positions just for you. Get in the game at MMR, where your future is bright. Kick off your career at MMRGRP.com/careers. MMR, a proud partner of LSU Athletics. Louisiana runs on hard work, on the field and on the job. ES&H's mission is to continue to be a high-performance company that quickly, safely, and effectively responds to our customers' emergency needs. ES&H provides excellent service with quality and integrity that keeps our state ready for the next inning. ES&H, your partner for a safer, cleaner South Louisiana.
Home of the reigning champion LSU Fighting Tigers. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Two teams desperately trying to make a case for postseason play here late backstretch of 2026. LSU picking up 2 wins yesterday and looking to pick up another, as I mentioned from the outset of the broadcast, trying to get to that double-digit mark in SEC play as Talmadge LaCroix leads it off, swings and misses. Fastball down from Cowan, and it's 0-1. Carolina actually came in ahead of LSU in the SEC standings. Tigers, with yesterday's 2 wins, able to leapfrog, get ahead with 8 conference wins. Carolina still stuck with 7. There's a foul off the bat of LaCroix. That'll make it 0-2. Again, the infield hugging the line left side, but sending it opposite field in the air to right as Patrick goes back to the track, gets set, and he's got room to make the play as LaCroix gave it a ride towards the right field wall, but Patrick makes the play for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, 334 feet over to right field. Ball kept carrying and actually getting a lot closer to getting out of the ballpark than I originally thought off the bat. But again, another good first out here in the top of the second.
Again, the wind very different today, just a slight breeze. Yesterday afternoon, it was quite gale force winds at time blowing in. And as Buzzy said, it looks like Park will play a little deeper, or I should say a little shorter today. We'll see. There's Ethan Lozama. 1-0 pitch from Cowan gets him to go around, tried to hold back. But it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Lozama, batting .213 on the season. The left fielder so far batting .143 on the weekend through 2 games. There's a strike from Cowan off speed on the outer edge, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cowan continues early on to stay ahead of hitters.
And with the 2 strikes, LSU's defense will shade over to the right-hand side. Got Dardar playing true shortstop.
The 1-2 swung on again, skied to right field. Patrick goes back to the track, now comes in a few steps on the grass. He'll have it for the second out of the inning.
Well, Cowan able to change speeds just enough. That 84-mile-an-hour pitch down in the zone and just getting South Carolina a little underneath it, which is what you want. It's all you need, just changing the timing of the hitter. That's what they always said. Hitting is timing, pitching is upsetting that timing. Zach Cowan, when he's going right, he's as good as anybody, just upsetting the timing.
Will Craddock, the freshman from Anderson, takes the first pitch. There's a strike off speed, and it's 0-1.
And they moved Craddock down in the lineup a little bit. First 2 games of the series, he was hitting leadoff for the Gamecocks.
The 0-1, breaking ball down in the dirt, blocked up by Aaron Beatty. 1 ball and 1 strike. Craddock, the freshman, a former Yellow Jacket, TL Hanna High School there in Anderson, South Carolina.
Shift again on for the right-handed hitter now. Milam in the 6 hole.
The 1-1, foul straight down into the plate. TL Hanna High School. Do you remember a movie called Radio?
Oh, yeah.
That's where Radio made his name there at TL Hanna High School. Had a chance to meet him on a couple of occasions.
Really?
Lovely human being. And loved his Yellow Jackets. It's a great film, by the way, with Ed Harris. Here's the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Craddock. Zach Cowan off to a fantastic start. His second punch out of the game. And again, the Gamecocks 1-2-3 they go in the top of the second inning. Still no score. Bottom of the second coming up. Tigers will have 4, 5, and 6 due up. Meat of the order presented by 44 Farms. Kate Aaron Beatty, Stephen Milam, Edward Yaman IV when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Squeeze every ounce of life out of every day. Memorize every sunset, every face you love, and climb every obstacle until you can't go higher. With Louisiana Blue, you're free to soar because you've got the compassion of the cross, the security of the shield, and the comfort of blue behind you. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue. Louisiana True.
Champions make plays on the field and in life. With LSU Online, you can keep your career moving, earn your degree, and still run your own game plan. Learn anytime from anywhere and take the next step toward your goal line. It's time to make your move, Tiger fans. Visit online.lsu.edu. LSU Online. Win where you are.
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Kate Aaron Beatty starts it off in the Tigers' bottom of the second inning. Still scoreless here at the box. Alex Valentin tired the Tigers 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first inning. Aaron Beatty looking to break that streak here. Cade batting .320 on the year in the first pitch. Got away from Valentin and got by LaCroix. 1 ball, no strikes to Cade, who so far this weekend batting .343, or I should say an SEC play at .343 average. Aaron Beatty .444. Let's give him credit through 2 games so far this weekend. That pitch outside, now 2-0.
And continues to put power into this lineup, has the home run already this weekend, but in conference play, 9 home runs for Aaron Beatty.
This one hit hard, base hit up the middle into center field. Aaron Beatty put a bash of a swing on that one. And the leadoff man aboard, and indeed, Aaron Beatty breaks the streak. Get the first Bingo Pest Product base hit for the Tigers this afternoon.
It took a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, caught a lot of the heart of the plate, and Aaron Beatty, actually South Carolina, probably thankful that it just was a single. The way Aaron Beatty's been seeing the baseball, usually those have land out in the beyond the fence, but that was a missile right back through the middle of the baseball field.
Stephen Milam against the left-hander. He'll bat from the right side. His first plate appearance of the day. First delivery low on a fastball from Valentin, and it's 1-0. Stephen batting .375, 3 hits on the weekend, a couple of RBI.
And as of late, Milam just starting to get hot. I mean, that average is continuing to climb every game.
Bouncer towards the shortstop, Scobie. He'll flip it over to Suter, and the relay to first not in time. So Milam able to beat it out and avoid the double play. They'll get Aaron Beatty at second for out number 1.
It wasn't hit hard enough to turn two, especially with Milam running. Took a couple too many bounces, but Scobie made sure you get the first one, and Suter he turned it, but really probably should have just ate it, as Milam was getting down the line pretty good. Now with Valentin on the mound, that's the left-handed pitcher. That's a lot easier to control the running game with the left-handed pitcher on the mound than, opposed to a right-hander.
Edward Yaman, right-hander, waits on the first delivery. Valentin fires a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yaman with a couple of starts this weekend in the nightcap, and again here today out in left field. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Change up by Valentin. Had him completely out of time, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, Valentin a strike thrower as well. I mean, I've liked what I've seen early from the left-handed pitcher. Throwing a lot of pitches for strikes, staying down in the zone.
And a throw over. Milam a couple of steps, and he's back on the first base bag. Milam 2 of 5 in stolen bases.
Yaman, before he got to LSU at Dayton, had 13 homers. He actually had 18 homers in 2 years, so definitely a guy that's got some juice in that bat.
The 0-2 pitch and another off-speed delivery. A swing and a miss. Yaman down on strikes. 2 gone with a runner at first. Let's see. William Patrick, or rather Seth Dardar, coming to the plate. Dardar getting his second straight start after coming off the injury list. Jay Johnson telling us early today, said, look, we got to play with the guys we have, but it certainly is a benefit to get a guy back like Seth Dardar, who's been on the shelf for about 2 weeks. First pitch, spinner, swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, I mean, Valentin had a rough outing against Kentucky in his last outing, but he threw against Mississippi State. We know the offense Mississippi State has, and threw 5 innings of work, gave up only 2 earned runs, struck out 4 Mississippi State Bulldogs. So, I mean, a guy that's kind of been up and down all year, but when he's good and controls that changeup, it's a very good pitch and can keep batters at bay.
Dardar, an 0-1 count with a runner at first and 2 down. Scoreless game. Pitch inside from Valentin. We'll even it up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tigers' final midweek game coming up on Tuesday. It'll be another in-state battle. LSU hosting the Green Wave of Tulane. Valentin's 1-1 at the belt across the plate. That'll make it 1-2. Gamecock pitcher will turn, stare at the scoreboard, now step back up on the bump. Dardar stepped out momentarily. Now he digs back in. Lefty on lefty matchup, 2 outs, a runner at first and Milam. And Valentin will make a lazy throw over to first. Now walk around in the grass, look out to center field. He's in no hurry whatsoever.
No, he's just enjoying the afternoon, isn't he? Now, it was a good 92-mile-an-hour heater, the pitch before to Dardar. He usually likes that slider to left-handed pitcher. See if he goes back to it.
The 1-2 pitch, it was there, but missed away, and Dardar stayed away, so 2-2.
I should say left-handed hitters, not pitchers, but left-handed pitcher usually likes the slider to a left-handed hitter. He went to it, Dardar with a nice take. It was probably looked good for a long time. Dardar was very disciplined in staying off of it.
See if he can detect the rotation here with 2 outs, the 2-2. And that one a called strike 3. Went with the fastball and found it on the outside corner. Dardar down on strikes. The Tigers come away no runs. They do get 1 hit. They leave 1 man on. We have played 2 complete. Scoreless at the box. Top of the 3rd. And Carolina coming to the plate on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
The original Louisiana hot sauce is proud to be the official hot sauce of your LSU Tigers. And our peppery peppers add so much flavor to your food, it'll taste good on anything, even SEC rivals. Gator? Chomp chomp. Beef? Hook 'em. Pork? Woo. Pig suey. So next time you're enjoying an LSU game, grab the original Louisiana hot sauce. handcrafted so you can enjoy our rivals too. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just non-stop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
My wife, she loves the fried okra. She's from Mississippi, so that's her favorite thing to do. I guess I was just too late. The flame ignited right there in my face. The pain was, it was bad. That's how I got second, third degree burns. Blue Cross treated me great with the recovery process. In the end, everything worked out. I'm Chad. I'm from Baton Rouge, and I had Blue Cross for 10 years. I don't eat fried okra. That's the funniest story.
We head to the top of the third inning of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball, presented by Bengal Pest Products. Guaranteed overnight extermination with Bengal.
No score, top of the third, South Carolina. Coming to the plate, KJ Scobie, the shortstop, will lead it off. He's batting in the 7-hole. Logan Suter and Patrick Evans to follow. Zach Cowan back out there, starts the third inning of work, and the first delivery. Missed away with a breaking ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Scobie this weekend, 1 for 7 at the plate, just a 143 average. 262 is overall average. 212 in SEC play. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. It's away from the bat of the swinging Scobie. It's 1-1.
Yeah, Scobie played in all 56 games, or I should say played in 56 games last year for South Carolina.
1-1. Belted to left field. Coming in is Yaman. He'll have to play it on a couple of bounces, so the Gamecocks get their first hit of the ball game. It's the leadoff hitter Scobie and a runner aboard. Now we kind of talked in the breaks here. We've seen 2 complete now. You nailed it, Buzzy. Pitching styles and command and control right now very similar between Cowan and Valentine. You may see the coaches, if this continues, maybe get a little more aggressive, because right now it looks like scoring may be hard to come by. We'll see. A lot of baseball left. Logan Suter will swing at the first pitch, foul it right side, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, if Cowan did a little shimmy on the mound, you might would confuse him, other than one's righty and one's lefty. But Fine Valentine really does have good control of the changeup, good control. He's spotting up the fastball at 92 miles an hour, and Cowan, of course, we know what he can do when he's going good. I mean, it is a lot of strikes, and he works quick. Valentine doesn't work as quick as Cowan, but you're right, very similar.
0-1 the count to Suter. Here's the pitch. Outside corner. Called strike, and it's 0-2.
Well, South Carolina, as we told you all weekend, does not run a ton. Scobie is actually 0 for 2 down at first base in stolen base attempts.
0-2 the count to Logan Suter, the 5th-year senior out of Loomis, California. The 0-2 from Cowan. Ooh, that one close. Suter, though, with a good take. Works at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just off the outside corner, maybe a bit high, but certainly a tough pitch to stay away from. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, the count to Suter. Came in to pinch hit last night in the 9th. Actually got a base hit, was left aboard stranded. Here's a throw over. Just to check on the runner in Scobie. He's 0 for 2 in stolen bases. Actually, take that back. Suter got aboard in the 9th, came around to score when they plated 2 runs. Make it a 7-3 final. Another quick snap throw over. This time Scobie a head-first slide back to the bag.
Yeah, it had to be the play. Was it Dardar, the play down to third base that Suter beat out? I guess that they may have given it an error, but nonetheless, he got on base and scored. You're right.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Cowan from the stretch, kicks and fires. And that's low and away. They appeal to first. They say Suter did not go around. Now 2-2.
Great discipline from Suter. That was what looked like the changeup just absolutely tumbling down. I mean, it was a strike for 59 feet of from home plate to the pitcher's mound, and then just dove down.
Yeah, went from a meatball to a BB. Here's the 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Suter down on strikes. Cowan picks up another punch out, his third of the afternoon. One out here in the top of the third. Suter retired. Bottom of the order, Patrick Evans now to the plate.
That gives you such confidence as a pitching coach to know that Cowan's always going to be around the zone. Even when he misses with pitches, it's not like you got to change it up and go to a different pitch because you don't have confidence in it. You can go right back to the changeup. Threw a great changeup the pitch before that Suter did a good job of spitting on, and then threw the good one a little further up in the zone that Suter was swung through.
Patrick Evans played second base in both games yesterday. Out in right field today is time called, I believe, to reset the pitch clock. So Seth Buckminster gets that straight. Evans the right-hander, Cowan the right-hander. Scobie at first, one away. A quick snap throw, and just getting back is Scobie to first base. That one awfully close. In fact, Joseph Smith, our first base umpire, kind of danced around the bag just to make sure.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it. I thought he was ready to pump.
I did too.
I thought he was getting the footwork ready to go with the pump, and then he gave the safe signal.
Evans awaits at the plate. Cowan fires, showing bunt, trying to push it up the first base line, but couldn't make contact, and it's 0-1 to Evans.
Cowan change up heavy right now. That was another one, that last pitch, and just again dove out of the zone. Looks like a strike for a long time, and Evans made an attempt at it with the bunt. Wasn't able to put wood on it.
The 0-1. Outside, a good job by Cade sliding over, blocking that one up. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Evans. One away, no score, top of the third here in game 3. Scobie aboard down at first on a single to left field. 1 ball, 1 strike. Evans awaits. Cowan delivers. Swing and a miss. Another off-speed pitch. Evans swings through it. It's now 1-2.
Yeah, these guys can make you so frustrated as a hitter. It looks like everything. It looks like you see the ball so well coming out of his hand, and that's what the deception is with that good changeup. The arm speed stays the same, and the grip changes the speed up, and you swing through it and don't know why or don't know how.
Another snap throw by Cowan. Nice move to first against Scobie, able to get back safely. Cowan comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive. Snagged at third by Seth Dardar. He spun around, but he holds on. That one an absolute fireball off the bat of Evans, and Dardar making a sensational play on the hot corner.
That's why they call it the hot corner. It's coming at you over 100 miles an hour a lot of times, and that one was right on cue. Better be paying attention. Don't blink down there, and Dardar didn't. Nice job of base running by Scobie. Took a few extra steps, but with the long throw from a third baseman, there was going to be no chance to double up. Scobie at first base, able to get in there safely.
Cowan now will face the top of the order once again. Tyler Bach, the center fielder. Strikeout victim in the first. Another good throw, and this time Joseph Smith at first base. Had to kind of walk around again, get a look, make sure Scobie got back. They say he does. 2 outs now, no score. Runner at first for Carolina. Pitch from Bach. Going inside. Aaron Beatty again doing a job just to keep the ball in front of him. It's interesting talking to Derek Scott, longtime voice of Carolina baseball, good friend of mine. We talked to him before the game, and he kind of felt like, and was a little surprised, as you've pointed out all weekend, Carolina not an uber aggressive team as far as stolen bases and hit and run and the like, but he kind of felt like Carolina would try it a little bit more just to test the pitching and, well, really test the battery for LSU. Now, the good thing is, we've talked about LSU's pitchers this weekend have done a much better job with walks, wild pitches, and the like. But you think trying to salvage one game before leaving Baton Rouge, they might be a little more aggressive. But and LSU seems to be mindful of that, but they've yet to pull the trigger yet.
Well, you definitely, as a opposing team, you look at the other team and say, hey, what can we take advantage of? So there is a little game planning when it comes into each series.
The 1-0, a bouncer, snagged by Braun, but they'll say a foul ball. He was right there at first, stepped on the bag, thought he was done. But again, Joseph Smith straddling the line, staring right down towards home plate. Said it was foul. Now, I think Braun, heads up play, Buzzy. He was trying to get to that ball quickly before they could rule it foul. Because, again, that's not a play that's reviewable, but I'm going to say it's a foul ball.
Joseph Smith, there ain't anybody in this stadium that has a better look at that ball right there. He was right on it. You can't say anything. I think he got the right call. I think Jay Johnson just going to home plate umpire and saying, hey, did you see what he saw? Just confirming it.
And apparently he agreed. So a 1-1 count to Bach back at the plate. Runner at first, 2 down. Cowan delivers. Low and inside, just above the cleats of Bach. It's now 2-1.
But to go back to what you said about maybe trying to steal a little more, you know, again, you look at each series on its own. You see where you can maybe take advantage of some things, change some things up from an opposing team. But you are who you are. I mean, they haven't stole bases all year. They haven't obviously tried that much this series. And I think that's the way you play this game.
This one fouled back, out of play off the bat of Bach. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
A lot of times if you're a base stealing team, you're always going to be a base stealing team. You're a team that relies on the home run. You know, that's kind of what you build your team around, like a team that's pitching and defense. In a perfect world, you'd love to have it all just because you never know what it's going to take to win a ball game. You'd love to be able to run the bases, steal bases, hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Another throw over, this time getting back is Scobie. Well, to your point, we mentioned it, Tyler Bach, one of the leading base stealers for the Gamecocks. He's only been aboard twice, and one of those was a home run around the bases. So there's not been a lot of opportunity for their best speedsters. And again, credit goes to LSU's pitching staff and defense. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's the 2-2. And a foul off the end of the bat. They keep Bach at the plate, still with a 2-2 count. Fans want to shout out to our friends at MMR, the largest privately owned open shop electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation, and a proud partner of LSU athletics. Scoreless here in the top of the 3rd. Zach Cowan, though, having to labor just a bit here in this inning. Pitch count up to 42. This will be the 43rd pitch. The 2-2, and again, Bach going to continue to make him work. A foul ball down the first base line.
For all the fans who aren't at the ballpark, the flags out in center field are half staff today, and that's we got word that that's for in honor of the National Fallen Firefighters Memorial. So I want to just point that out while we have some time.
Two and two the count to Bach. Cowan, right-hander, delivers. Spinner sent foul down the left field line. Now hold it at 2-2. So Tyler Bach, Zach Cowan currently engaged in a battle here at the plate. 2 away, a runner at first, scoreless game.
Yeah, this is when it becomes tough from a pitcher because you've thrown the batter everything you have, just about everything you have in the arsenal. He's seen every pitch, and so you really got to dial in and make a quality pitch to get this hitter out now.
Pitch number 45 upcoming. Another 2-2 delivery and a swing and a miss. The breaking ball again dropped down. Bach swings over the top. Cowan picks up punch out number 4. And Carolina will strand a runner at first. No runs, 1 hit, their first of the day. And they leave 1 man on. We played 2.5 scoreless innings here at the box. LSU coming to the plate in the bottom of the 3rd. It'll be Patrick, Rucker, top of the order, Mason Braun when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
In Baton Rouge, locals don't just love their home, they love sharing it. Discover a city where culture is abundant, hospitality comes naturally, and the best spots are never kept secret. With the vibrancy of a big city and the ease of a weekend getaway, Baton Rouge invites you to slow down, savor, or soak it all in. Find your pace at visitbatonrouge.com.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter. make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. Being a veteran, it's interwoven into your DNA. It is really the absence of the connection and the purpose that can really drive a lot of veterans to some negative thoughts. For those who are in a suicidal crisis, the window of time to save somebody's life is very short. Our duty is to protect ourselves and protect our families. And one way you can do that is store your weapons safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
The bottom of the 3rd inning of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball is presented by Bengal Pest Products. Guaranteed overnight extermination with Bengal.
Fans, remember, scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Stop by today, order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro. Game on. William Patrick, the freshman, out of Monroe, will lead it off for the Tigers. First delivery from Alex Valentin. Going to miss outside with a fastball, 1-0. Patrick, again, making the most of this late season opportunity. In his freshman campaign, batting .375 so far on the weekend. He's had a couple of good at-bats once again for a second straight weekend. As that pitch rides high, now 2 balls and no strikes. Again, not a huge sample size so far. Patrick batting .227 against SEC pitching. There's a called strike. Fastball from Valentin will make it 2-1.
Well, I think if you go back to even the Southeastern game earlier in the week where they scored 12 runs and then 6 runs in the first game yesterday, 7 runs in the second game, you can point to the bottom of that lineup with William Patrick, Jack Ruckert, Tanner Reeves. Those 3 guys have done a great job. In the bottom of that lineup, just setting the table, getting on, laying bunts down, drawing walks.
Interesting. Valentin, we also were told, has a tendency to have his pitch comm go out, and with about 3 seconds on the pitch clock, he immediately tried to let the home plate umpire know he had a communication issue. Again, not saying he doesn't. It's just that we're told there will be several of these pitch comm malfunctions when Valentin is on the mound. And again, it wasn't as if he was asking for time. He just was patting the back of his head, and the home plate umpire is simply like, yeah, what do you got? And so they have a conversation, and it looks like this time Seth Buckminster, Buzzy, is going to allow him to have the pitch comm timeout, get a new headset, and then make his way back to the mound. But this is another situation where he's going to take his own sweet time.
Kind of like when the football players act hurt in the game, they go down to get a timeout late in the game when they need to stop the clock. Maybe a similar situation with Valentin.
Just what I heard. That's all I know. Don't kill the messenger. There's a strike from Valentin to fill the count to William Patrick.
Well, we have no way to prove it, and that's just Valentin saying, hey, you're not in my headset right here. You don't know if it went out or not.
Trust me, I don't want to be in his headset. Payoff delivery to Patrick. Swing and a chopper bouncing down the third base line, but eventually makes its way foul. Picked up by Valentin just left of the line. That'll bring Patrick back for another 3-2 pitch upcoming.
Well, Patrick had a swinging bunt like that where South Carolina made a great play on it. William Patrick can really run. I mean, for a big kid, he can run even if he wasn't big, but he's a good-looking kid and definitely gets down the line at 6'2", 209 pounds. He picks him up and puts him down. That ball would have stayed fair. He would have obviously been safe at first base and would have had the leadoff hitter on.
Another payoff delivery, missing outside and low, and that'll put Patrick aboard. So the leadoff man aboard for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, you got to love getting the leadoff hitter on offensively, and now bring up freshman second baseman Jack Ruckert, who again been in the mix of these last few games of at the bottom of that lineup, putting good swings on pitches, doing what the coach asked. I would think this would be a situation where you lay a bunt down and try to get William Patrick over to second base.
Ruckert trying to lay down a bunt, pops it up behind the plate. Going to be handled by Talmadge LaCroix, who makes the grab on the LSU logo. So Rucker trying to lay down the bunt, does the complete opposite, sends it straight up into the air, and LaCroix makes the play for out number 1. So we'll leave a runner in Patrick at first and get the Tigers to the top of the order in Mason Braun.
Yeah, Rucker, that was a pitch down in the zone, and much easier said than done, but when those pitches are down, you've got to go, you got to bend the knees and get down with that. You can't drop the barrel of the bat. Rucker just tipped the tip of that bat down instead of keeping it up above the baseball, and once that barrel dips and that ball, and you hit the baseball, a lot of times it'll go straight up to in the air, and that's what happened with Jack Rucker.
Mason Braun 0 for 1, had a ground out. First time up. A lazy throw by Valentin to check on Patrick, who does have speed. He's 1 for 2 in stolen bases this year. But again, with Braun at the plate, we'll see if maybe Jay elects to go hit and run. But I got a feeling with the way Braun is seeing the baseball, and to your point, Buzzy, his great disciplined at bats. They want to hand the Gamecocks, I won't say hand them one, they have to make a play, but you got to think with Patrick's speed and Braun's ability to drive the baseball, they may stay put. There's a little light flip over to first by Valentin.
Well, in that leadoff position, I mean, that's your job is to get on base any way you can, and Braun has certainly done that. He's seeing the ball well, but with those 4 walks, I mean, any way you can get on base, that's your job. Of course, when you get guys on in the middle part of the games, with the power he has, it's nice that he can drive it out of the ballpark as well.
Which that may be the number 1 reason, is that pitch missed outside for ball 1, that you'll see Patrick just wait for contact to be made.
Well, you got to take a bigger chance when you try to steal a base against a left-handed pitcher. You got a lot of times go first move. That left-handed pitcher can pick that leg up and pick over to first and pick you off much easier than a right-handed hitter, or a right-handed pitcher can, I should say.
Again, Braun just 3 home runs on the year, but we certainly know the power is there. He's driven the baseball at least 3 times. He's got 3 doubles, and 1 triple he got last week at Mississippi State. The 1-0 pitch and a swing and a miss. That slider tails away from Braun, who gave chase. It's 1-1.
A lot of times, too, what you'll see from base runners at first base with a left-handed pitcher, you'll see him get a huge lead, what they call a one-way lead. So his first move will always be back to first base. So he'll kind of deke the pitcher into picking off a lot. Patrick at first kind of got a medium lead.
Fouled back by Braun on this fastball offering, 1-2.
Typically, when you get a big lead off of first base, like a tremendously big lead, you're not going to steal that base because you're trying to get that left-handed pitcher, just aggravate him a little bit, get him to pick over, keep his mind off of the batter just enough where maybe he slips up a pitch and Braun can deposit one in a gap.
Again, Valentin, slow move and throw over to first. Patrick gets back. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes to Braun. Scoreless game here in the bottom of the 3rd. In the second time, Valentin will see the top of the order for LSU, which is Braun, Cerna, and Curiel, and Aaron Beatty. It's the 1-2. That one almost caught Braun. The pitch inside, missing. 2-2.
Another spot where Braun, told you about drawing the walks, getting on base any way he can. He does not get out of the way a whole lot either. When a pitch is coming at him in that left-handed batter's box, he stays put. Again, another good trait, one that Jay Johnson loves in a player. If he'll get a hit by a pitch, we'll take him any way we can get him.
2-2, and a nasty slider again, swing and a miss. Braun down on strikes. He and Valentin exchange glances as Braun makes his way back to the dugout. Valentin came about halfway between the mound and home plate to get the baseball. So,
yeah, another quality pitch. I mean, with 2 strikes, it was out of the zone, but that's what's tough. Lefty on lefty. For whatever reason, you just don't see it that much in high school. You see it way more in college, where that's going to take some getting adjusted to from those left-handed hitters, is staying in there, keeping that front shoulder in the whole time.
First delivery off speed, swing and a miss to Cerna. It's Valentin ahead 0-1. Cerna down on strikes, his first time up back in the 1st inning. Now a left-handed versus right-handed matchup with Patrick at first, now 2 down. Another slow-mo toss over to first from Valentin.
All infielders for South Carolina, but Craddock, the first baseman, are on the left-hand side of the diamond. So got nobody playing second base. The original position, I should say.
The 0-1. Low and inside. Patrick off and running. LaCroix lost the handle. Now throws it down to second over the head of Suter into center field, and William Patrick slides in safely at third. Now the Tigers, be interesting to know. We may ask Jay Johnson. Again, that pitch was down in the dirt from Valentine. Love to know if that's just the freshman Patrick reading that downhill trajectory and taking off, because it looked like a little bit of a late break that is. LaCroix probably better off just holding on to that baseball. It got out of his mitt. He had to chase it back in front of the plate, and then an off-balance throw, and he just airmailed it into center.
Well, it was a hair late read, Chris, but he didn't wait till the ball was to home plate before he took off. He definitely took off reading the down angle a hair.
Cerna going to foul this one to the right side. Now the Tigers, albeit with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, looking for the freshman Cerna to do a job with Patrick just 90 feet down the line at third base.
Yeah, that's a veteran move, though, from William Patrick, because with 2 outs, you have to figure out a way to get to second base, get in scoring position. So he was going to take that chance anyway, and the chance paid off as he's sitting 90 feet away.
The 1-2, Cerna lifts it high in the air to left field. Lazama going back, and this baseball is out of here. Omar Cerna Jr. with home run number 7, a 2-run blast, and it's 2-0 LSU.
Well, stay hot, young man. Takes an off-speed pitch and hits it 355 feet out to left field on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, getting the crowd into it and gives that lead to the Tigers. That's the way to do it, kid.
So the battle eventually won by Cerna. Patrick comes in from third. He would have come in from first on that swing. So LSU strikes with 2 outs in the bottom of the third to take the early lead. And Derek Curiel will come to the plate.
Well, he took an 84-mile-an-hour pitch, Cerna did, and hit it out of the ballpark as that pitch misses on the outside corner from Valentine. But again, 84 miles an hour possibly could have been the changeup. I didn't see much break going into Cerna, so I do think it was the changeup. That's typically what he goes to the right-handed hitter. Cerna let that ball travel a lot and just launched it into left field.
The 1-0 to Curiel as that slider missing away. 2 balls, no strikes. LSU. Big home run by Omar Cerna. Give him 78 on the season. There's a bunt, first base side, a long bunt, and Suter got off balance. Curiel from first, headed into second on a bunt. Drug it down the first base line, and it just jettisoned through the grass. Suter made the call to come in, Buzzy. Craddock then headed over to first. Then the ball just went around Suter, and he got kind of tied up and twisted, slipped, and the ball goes by him into right field.
Well, it's not going to be considered an error, which means that it's considered a double. I got to believe, and I tell you, you can watch baseball for a long time, Chris, and you won't ever see somebody lay a bunt down and it be classified as a double, although maybe they are giving it an error now that I see it. So I guess they'll go single with an error, although nobody touched it. Second baseman Suter didn't touch it. They just went right past him. So
yeah, he overran it. He was charging in, and then the ball went left of him. He tried to stop on a dime and slipped and fell.
I tell you, I want to get an explanation, because although it was an error probably for sure mentally, I'm wondering where the physical error came into play. Because again, he overran the baseball and Curiel just kept running. Now, Craddock at first did make contact with Curiel, and first base umpire Joseph Smith, he made the call right away. He said even if there was a play at second or if Curiel were to be thrown out, he was going to be awarded second base for the contact at first. But again, we'll get some clarification on where the error came in. But hey, go ahead, Curiel, lay the bunt down, get on second base with 2 outs.
So now Curiel at second and Kate Arambidi to the plate. Tigers already 2 runs in here in the bottom of the third. Can they find a few more? Valentine with his first trouble of the day. Fires. Arambidi sends this one straight back into the screen behind the plate, and it's 0-1.
Boy, Beatty right on the fastball, 93 mile an hour, outer part of the plate. And Aaron Beatty seeing the baseball well right now.
Cade with 14 home runs, 38 runs batted in. Curiel with a leadoff second. Valentin comes set, the 0-1. Nice pitch off speed. Aaron Beatty stays away. Called strike. It's 0-2.
Nothing you can do with that changeup on the outside part of the plate. Even if Aaron Beatty wanted to swing at it, that is a weak ground ball waiting to happen. So take it, and then you work with 2 strikes.
Pitch way upstairs, brings LaCroix up, and he reaches to hold on behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Cade. Tigers 2 runs on 3 hits, including the 2-run bomb. The LSU Online home run, rounding the bases, chasing goals, winning on your schedule. LSU Online, win where you are. Omar Cerna using the long ball to get the Tigers on top. Curiel at second, a 1-2 count to Aaron Beatty. Fastball low and inside. That'll even the count 2-2.
Yeah, good at bat going from Aaron Beatty. Valentin trying to sneak that fastball down and in on Aaron Beatty. The first fastball, the 0-2 pitch, was, got to believe Valentin was trying to overthrow just a hair as that one got up to 93 miles an hour.
2 outs and the 2-2 pitch. Aaron Beatty swings and misses. Breaking ball off speed from Valentin. And the Tigers are down, but not before they take the lead. 2 runs on 2 hits, including an Omar Cerna 2-run blast to left field. We now have played 3 complete. It's a 2-0 LSU lead. Carolina comes to the plate in the top of the 4th after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Something new is happening at Cox. Now the price of your Cox internet and mobile plan won't go up for 3 years, and Wi-Fi equipment is included. So no frustrating price changes, just a lot more of what you want, like a pizza with extra pineapple. Yikes. Okay, let's stick with something everyone wants. No price changes on your plan, guaranteed. Learn more at cox.com/value. Must have at least 500 megabits per second speeds and Cox Unlimited mobile. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee. Mobile data speeds reduced after 20 gigs usage per month.
Hey, Tiger fans, there's nothing quite like game day at the box. To add to the excitement at the ballpark, enjoy our all-beef 44 Farms Tiger Dogs. The finest dogs in the land because they are made of all-natural Angus beef. To learn more, please visit them at 44steaks.com. That's 44steaks.com. 44 Farms, proud partner of LSU Athletics.
Ready, set, dash. Get ready, Louisiana, for your chance to experience the most thrilling 90 seconds of your life. Play the Ultimate Dash Scratch-Off from the lottery. You could win up to $100,000 instantly. Enter the second chance drawing for a chance to win an Ultimate Dash shopping spree and up to $500,000. Visit LouisianaLottery.com for more details. And pick up Ultimate Dash, the new fast play game. Win up to $25,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase. The top of the 4th inning, presented by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers. Throw your 4s up.
LSU now leading 2-0 here in Game 3, thanks to Omar Cerna, who went deep to left field for a 2-run homer. And Carolina comes to the plate. As we mentioned, they scored at least a run in the top of the 1st in both of the first 2 games, but not the case today. A lot of that goes to Zach Cowan. He's ready to work. Pitch to Harmon, who bats for a second time today. Misses high, ball 1-1-0. Harmon a ground out 4-3. Back in the 1st inning. The right-hander awaits, Cowan fires, and a swing and a miss to even it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fans, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana, proud to be the official health insurance of LSU Athletics. Louisiana Blue, live Louisiana. We've got you. Buzzy, great job. You can update us. For those keeping score at home, here's the 1-1, and another swing and a miss. Breaking ball down low. Just darted out of the zone as Harmon swung the bat. It was a double for Derek Curiel on the bunt to right field.
It was. The error was called on LaCroix on the throw when William Patrick took the bag from second.
Pitch low. This one to Harmon. That'll even the count 2-2.
So LaCroix's ball into center field allowed Patrick to go to third. That was the error. They didn't put the error on the scoreboard until a little later, and so It looked like maybe there was something with Curiel's bunt double that would have been considered an error, but no, it was a bunt double for Derek Curiel.
2-2, just missed at the knees inside from Cowan. That'll fill the count now to Harmon.
Which is what I thought it was, and what I thought it should have been.
You were right. They scored it initially as a double, but the late error put up on the board kind of threw us for a whirl. That pitch missed low at the knees. Zach Cowan looks a little surprised, but they rule it ball 4 to Harmon, so the leadoff batter for the Gamecocks here in the top of the fourth will reach base.
I think he was more surprised that Harmon had the discipline to take it because it was down in the zone, but nobody's taken that pitch all afternoon. It was a really good changeup, but better discipline from Harmon with the Gamecocks.
Jake Randolph, the DH, he's 0 for 1 today. He also a ground out victim. He'll stand in. Harmon 1 for 1 in stolen bases, takes about a 2.5 step lead off of first. Cowan's first delivery is lifted foul and out of play right side. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
Great to have you with us on a Sunday afternoon from the box. Buzzy Heidel, Chris Blair, and Alondra Villarreal bringing you LSU baseball. Here's one hit deep down the line in right. Patrick coming over, but he runs out of room. And this one is foul. Just right of the foul pole and beyond the seats in right. It's 0-2 now, the count to Randolph.
Just a long strike, and once again, we look up at the scoreboard. Zach Cowan with an 0-2 pitch, or excuse me, 0-2 count, and ready for an 0-2 pitch. Do a lot of different things with this.
54 pitch of the day for the Tigers starter. The 0-2 delivery. This one hammered to left field on a line drive. Coming in, and a great play by Yaman the fourth. Slides on a knee and holds on. That'll be the first out of the inning. Harmon has to stay put at first, and I see you, Eddie. Nice play out there in left field. One of the harder plays is a hard-hit line drive, and you're coming in on the baseball. But he timed it right, kept his eye on it, had the right body level to make the play.
Yeah, and I'll go one more. You're right, Chris. Hard-hit ball coming, tumbling down and right at you is the other thing that is very difficult with that play. I really like the way Yaman got to one knee and got eye level with it, able to squeeze that first out of the inning.
Talmadge LaCroix out of the plate. Pitch to the right-hander. A little up for ball 1-0.
This goes for any pitcher, but mainly Cowan. When that changeup starts staying up in the zone, becomes a lot more hittable. So particularly when you don't have to throw it for a strike early, if you can throw it down at the knees and it kind of tumble out of the zone, that's where you want to stay. When it starts staying up around that belt, and Carolina hitters will put better swings on it.
Another good swing, a sliding backhand pick by Milam at shortstop, and he fires a bullet to Rucker to get the lead runner in Harmon for out number 2. Well, throw that one on the highlight reel for Stephen Milam, and that reel getting longer and longer.
It really is, and he just seems to always be in the right spot. And then, oh, by the way, once you're in the right spot, you still got to make the play. Has good awareness. Knows that he can make the throw over to second base to get the lead runner, try to make a good quality throw, but very efficient. Stephen Milam doing it again for us.
Ethan Lozama, 0 for 1 today. The left-hander stands in with 2 outs and a runner at first. Carolina down 2-0. Here's the pitch. Big swing by Lozama, but he doesn't find it. It's 0-1.
Yeah, another pitch from Zach Cowan that's not a strike early. It's going to, if Lozama had a little more discipline, it would be 1-0, but just looks like a strike for so long.
The 0-1 from Cowan. Swing and a miss. That time the breaking ball.
Yeah.
Darts into the left-hander. It's now 0-2. So we've seen the changeup. Now we've seen the breaking ball.
Hey, why not throw a fastball up and in? Just let Lozama know you're there and then come back to the changeup. Changeup's never a bad idea, though, as good as it is.
2 outs, runner at first. Cowan's 0-2. Hit hard and a short hop handle by Braun. Oh my goodness, what a snag by the first baseman. Made it look easy. Steps on the bag for out number 3. Wow, some defensive gems by the Tigers here in the top of the 4th inning. Carolina, no runs, no hits. They leave one man on. LSU leading 2-0. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Back to the box after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey,
Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit lsumkc.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
I'm Richard Fontenot, president of the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation. My brother and I grow rice, soybeans, and raise crawfish on our farm in Evangeline Parish. For a fourth-generation farmer like myself, Louisiana Farm Bureau is as much a part of my life as checking traps or harvesting rice. Our organization is more than 145,000 members strong, and we've been around for more than 100 years. The Louisiana Farm Bureau spans generations, and we want you to join our family.
Visit lafarmbureau.org. The Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation, the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Get ready, Tiger fans! Venture Global is proud to partner with LSU Athletics, powering Louisiana and the world with clean, low-cost, reliable energy and fueling the future of our great state. As we cheer on the Tigers this season, we're also driving innovation, creating jobs, and supporting our local communities. Together, we're building a brighter, more sustainable tomorrow. Venture Global, proud partner of LSU Athletics, powering champions on and off the field. Go Tigers!
The bottom of the fourth inning, presented by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers. Throw your fours up.
Well, right now, LSU leading 2-0 over South Carolina. Zach Cowan has been phenomenal. The defense behind him has been that and then some, especially on display there in the top of the fourth inning. A great web gem by Stephen Milam, and then Mason Braun at first base to finish out Carolina's top of the fourth. Speaking of Milam, he'll lead it off here in the bottom of the fourth. He's 0 for 1. Did reach on a fielder's choice, able to beat out a double play attempt back in the second inning. First pitch missing outside, and it's 1-0. Valentine's 1-0 pitch, opting into the bat, rifle shot to right, and it will drop down in front of Evans. And the Tigers again, good start to the inning. Leadoff man aboard. Now we'll see Edward Yaman the fourth, who also made a great play out in left field. I can't believe I left Eddie out. That was really all three outs with spectacular defensive play there in the top of the fourth inning.
Yeah, if Braun would be next, it would be all three of them back to back to back. But obviously Braun in that leadoff spot, but you're right. And look, Zach Cowan, he can strike you out. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he came into the game with 37 strikeouts in 28 2/3 innings.
Yaman gets twisted up on a pitch off speed inside, and it's 0-1 on a swing and a miss.
Yeah, I mean, typically he's going to throw a lot of strikes, which means hitters know that. The scouting reports out there, they're going to put the ball in play, and you need to be sharp defensively, and you will be more sharp when you know the guy's going to throw the ball over the plate and going to be around the zone.
Valentine going to check on Milam. Slow toss over to first. Eddie looking for his first hit of the weekend. He's 0 for 4. His pitch inside, and they'll say it hit Yaman. Got him on the shoe top. So home plate umpire Seth Buckminster. Eddie a little, I don't know, didn't act like he was hit until the home plate umpire pointed to his shoe, and then Eddie's like, yeah.
I'll take it.
He heads down to first, so now runners first and second with nobody out for the Tigers, trying to carry the momentum over from that bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, well, now we'll start seeing a little bit of action down in South Carolina's bullpen. Number 27, Zach Russell, is starting to stretch around and just starting to play catch. Saw Coach Jay Johnson with a good little long conversation with Seth Dardar, possibly a bunt situation.
Seth 2 for 4 in the nightcap last night in his return to action. Showed bunt, brought it back, pitch was high, 1-0. So for 1 today with a strikeout is Dardar. But a welcome sight to see him back in the lineup. Showing bunt again, third base side, charging in, picking it up, the throw only to first, going to be made by Harmon. So Seth does the job Jay Johnson asked him to do. First out of the inning on the 5-3 put out, but it puts runners second and third. Milam to third, Yaman now to second. And William Patrick will get a chance to add to his RBI total if he can come through here in the clutch.
Well executed by Dardar. In a perfect world, that's what you want. When you've got a guy on second base, really first and second, but second base in general, you want that third baseman to come to field the baseball. When he does that, that means there can't be a play at third base.
First pitch to William, up and in for ball one, 1-0.
That first baseman a lot of times will crash. You bump one hard enough to the first baseman, he can wheel it around and get that lead runner at third. But Dardar, again, in a perfect world, that's where you want to bunt it. He did a nice job of getting it to the third baseman.
1-0 off speed, drops in for a strike at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike to William, who got aboard on a walk in the third inning.
Infield back for South Carolina. They'll give up an out for a run early in the game. And William Patrick just needs to get a pitch he can handle. Like I always say, don't try to do too much here. Good contact in the middle of the field.
1-1 outside and low. 2 balls, 1 strike for the freshman out of Monroe. I was looking earlier in the week, studying up on William Patrick, some of his time there at St. Frederick High School, and it occurred to me he's a little bigger, but when you go back, he reminds me of a young Todd Walker, just with the visual. Again, he's a little bigger than Todd was when he played here at LSU, but it's the first thing I thought of. And then I went and Googled Todd Walker, LSU, and I'm like, yeah, with the batting helmet on, they got a similar vibe, similar look.
I think William Patrick will sign up for that career right now.
Oh, absolutely. 2-2 the count. Runner second and third, the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Got him with the off-speed delivery inside at the hands. It dropped down around the knees. Patrick down on strikes. Retired for the first time today, and that'll be up to Jack Ruckert batting in the 9 spot here. He tried to lay down a bunt last time in the third, popped it up, handled by the catcher LaCroix. So again, just want to put a hard swing, make contact, put the pressure on the defense here with runners second and third and 2 out. First delivery, slider, missed off the outside corner, 1-0.
Yeah, it was a tough at bat for William Patrick just because Valentine wasn't going to give in. He had a base open with a left-handed hitter, Ruckert, on deck. He was going to throw him everything in the kitchen sink up there. And tough spot. It's just William Patrick probably needs to be a hair more disciplined, but I get it. You're trying to work early. You're trying to put something in play.
This pitch rides high above the letters, now 2-0. Not to mention the goofy radio guys up there comparing you to Todd Walker in that moment. So I'll take a little bit of blame for that. But I still stand by it.
Yeah, I think you were trying to put the good juju on him.
Yeah, I was trying to get the aura out there, make it come to fruition. 2 outs, the 2-0 to Ruckert. Off speed and a swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And this is why hitting in the clutch is so difficult. When you get guys on base, I mean, I don't know why it happens this way, but pitchers just, they dial up that focus so much more, and it seems like they make even more quality pitches than they ever have the whole game. And Valentine has done that with these last 2 hitters up to this point.
2 balls, 1 strike to Ruckert. The pitch stayed away. Good take by Jack on that slider that missed outside. Now a 3-1 count. And that was a late break from Valentine, a very good pitch. He's probably frustrated he couldn't get Ruckert to solicit a swing. Milam at third, Yaman at second, a 2-0 LSU lead with 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. 3-1 pitch to the freshman Ruckert. He will send it in the air. Shallow left field coming in. Lazama with a good jump, able to get to it in time for out number 3. The Tigers, they threaten but come up empty. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on in scoring position. Still a 2-0 Tiger lead. We head to the top of the 5th here in Game 3 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's not easy to be a champion.
Built from every swing, pitch, and game.
All season long.
In the grind, the focus,
and in the recovery.
FMOL Health. Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for defending national champions, LSU baseball.
On the field, I trust my team. For my health care, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
444 for the number you gotta dial. Life throws you a curve, you know that deadly devotion goes the extra mile. Throw your fours up, throw your fours up. There's a number you gotta dial. Throw your fours up, throw your fours up. Deadly Devotion goes the extra mile. 444 for the number you gotta dial. Throw your fours up.
Baton Rouge isn't just the capital of Louisiana, it's the capital of college baseball. The fans, the players, the entire atmosphere. When it comes to baseball season, there's no better place than Baton Rouge. And the fun extends beyond the box, with plenty to do off campus. Explore some of Baton Rouge's best fights, visit our incredible museums, and enjoy the sweet sounds of swamp blues. Born right here in Louisiana's capital city. Check out visitbatonrouge.com for more things to do on your next trip.
Home of the reigning champion LSU Fighting Tigers. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
LSU leading Carolina 2-0. Gamecocks come to the plate, top of the 5th inning. Zach Cowan continues so far a great performance on the mound. And again, things getting down to the wire here as we finish up this weekend. 2 more SEC weekends remaining, but again, you got to feel optimistic the way you've seen the Tigers perform so far on the weekend. Hopefully they keep it up. There's a swing and a miss by Will Craddock on the first offering, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, when you know it's giving them confidence as well, too. I mean, they hadn't had a lot of success the last few weekends in SEC play, so when you get a couple wins and you figure out that you can win, it'll change things up with the last couple weekends.
One ball, one strike to Craddock, the freshman. Swing and a miss. Cowan off speed, elevated slightly, but Craddock couldn't find it. It's 1-2. One-two delivery, missing low. Make it 2 balls, 2 strikes.
LSU with the extreme shift on, got all infielders but Braun over on the left side. You've got Ruckert, Milam, and Dardar. Ruckert almost playing shortstop.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Craddock. Cowan adds to his strikeout total, his 5th of the day. 1 away.
It just continues to go back to that changeup that has been so effective for him. And again, even when he throws the pitch before and the guy lays off of it, or it's not quite in the spot he wants, he has so much confidence in it, and so does Coach Nate Yeske. They have no problem to call it once again.
KJ Scobie takes the first pitch, rides a little high. 1 ball, no strikes. Scobie today 1 for 1, had a single back in the 3rd inning. 1-0. That one a strike on the outside corner with a fastball, nicely placed to the right-handed hitter. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Scobie right now with the lone Gamecock hit of the day. Cowan's 1-1 delivery, just missed a bit outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, Scobie with the hit today is the 2nd of the weekend. He had a hit on yesterday's game.
2-1. Scobie loading up for that one, but fouls it back into the screen. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That left-handed pitcher, number 34, Santiago Garcia, getting loose down in LSU's bullpen.
1 away, nobody on for the Gamecocks. 2-2 delivery from Cowan. Bouncer down the line, but foul at 3rd base. Just went foul on the last bounce. Keep it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Toyota Summer Start Tier Sales event coming up. Start your summer right in an exciting new Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer or Toyota.com today. Two delivery, missed outside and low. That'll fill the count now to the Gamecock shortstop. Payoff delivery. This one hit foul, but high and deep and out of play down the line and left. Still 3-2.
Give you an SEC scoreboard update while we got a little time, presented by Republic Finance. Visit Republic Finance for all your personal loan needs. Get started at republicfinance.com/Tigers. And one game final already. Georgia run rules Missouri again 14-4 to sweep that series in Athens.
Payoff delivery, swing and a miss. Cowan delivers in on the hands, and Scobie could not stay away. Another strikeout for Cowan. That'll be his 6th of the day, a half dozen Ks. That's the second out here in the top of the 5th.
Other games in progress. Bottom of the 9th. Tennessee leads Kentucky 10-9 in Lexington. Texas A&M with the early lead over at Auburn 4-1.
Swing and a miss by Logan Suter, and it's 0-1.
Texas Longhorns lead Mississippi State 10-6 in the 6th inning.
A 1 pitch, bit outside, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Suter, by the way, a strikeout victim in the 3rd.
Bottom of the 5th in Fayetteville, Ole Miss leads Arkansas 3-1.
Cowan's 1-1. Low and inside, 2 balls, 1 strike.
And then top of the 5th in Norman, Oklahoma. Florida looking for the series win against Oklahoma. They lead 3-2.
2 outs, nobody on, and the 2-1 from Cowan. Hit hard, right at Milam. He'll scoop it up with the glove. Pump and throw to first, on the money for out number 3. Carolina goes quietly in the top of the 5th. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, nobody on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. A 2-0 LSU lead. Top of the order, Braun, Cernan, Curiel when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
At Toyota, we don't just build trucks. We build something that's meant to last. That's why the 2026 Tundra is built to tough it out and to take it easy. Built to carry tradition and to make new ones. Built stronger, built louder, built here. The 2026 Toyota Tundra. Built in Texas, driven everywhere. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted experts for all your home service needs. With over 35 years of dedicated service, we prioritize your comfort and satisfaction. As an official partner of LSU Athletics, we bring our expertise to every game, from installations to repairs. Our team delivers honest pricing with no surprises. Call us today at 225-777-8888 and experience the difference with Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Go Tigers!
Hey, LSU fans, you're invited to Louisiana's largest casino resort, Coshada. Coshada Casino Resort has the largest and most spacious gaming floor in the Lake Charles area, with thousands of the newest slots, over 55 table games, live bingo and off-track betting, plus 3 beautiful hotels, delicious Cajun cuisine, and the #1 rated golf course in Louisiana. Coshada Casino Resort is proud to support LSU. Go Tigers!
Follow the powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Bottom of the 5th inning with LSU leading Carolina 2-0. Top of the order due up for the Tigers, starting with Mason Braun. I'll tell you this, Buzzy, you mentioned it earlier on the weekend that it seems like Thomas LaCroix comes to the plate almost every inning. For LSU, it seems like Mason Braun
every time
not only is up at the plate every inning, almost leads it off. Valentine delivers, and the first pitch is strike on the inside corner. Braun not particularly agreeing with that, but it's 0-1.
Yeah, that's a good thing for LSU, as you said, the way he's been seeing the baseball, and more at bats, the better.
Valentine's 0-1. Missing outside with a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Valentine up to 66 pitches on the afternoon. Again, Zach Russell down in their bullpen getting loose.
1-1. Missed outside. Now 2 balls, 1 strike.
We told you LSU does have Santiago Garcia throwing in their bullpen.
The 2-1 pitch to Braun. Yeah, that breaking ball way outside in the right-handed batter's box. That'll make it 3 balls, 1 strike. course, people may remember Alex Valentin. You mentioned his time at Texas State. He got on the scene last year with that performance against Texas A&M that went viral. There's a strike to Braun to fill the count 3-2. Get it all started with the wiggle just before he releases the baseball. Certainly caught the eye of Carolina. Here's the 3-2. Braun fights it off with a foul ball into the screen.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, coaches, if you can get guys out, you can throw on top of your head for all they care. But I'd just love to know where the wiggle originated. Where did it come from? Did he do that as a kid?
Braun again will fight off a fastball offering, foul it out of play left side.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. That's a couple fastballs that Braun has spoiled. See if Valentin sticks to the heater or tries to change it up and go to an off-speed pitch. Again, a 3-2 count, so it's got to be first strike.
Another payoff delivery. And that one, good eye by Braun. Valentin can't believe it was ruled ball 4. May have been low at the knees. Did a couple of jumps on the mound. He does not appear happy with that call from home plate umpire Seth Buckminster. But a great at bat for Mason Braun. Again, picking up another walk on the weekend. Just followed it with his eyes. Says, I'm thinking this is low. And he thought right.
Yep, there's a reason he continues to be in that leadoff spot for Coach Jay Johnson. His 5th walk of the weekend. And that'll be it for Valentin as Coach Monty Lee's coming in and makes a change.
Well, the Hollywood, Florida native put on a show, but unfortunately leaves the game with his Gamecocks leading, or trailing, I should say, 2-0 to the Tigers. So with nobody out in the bottom of the 5th and a leadoff walk to Braun, Monty Lee making a pitching change. Powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. We'll tell you about the new Gamecock pitcher. He will face Omar Cerna Jr. when play resumes. 2-0 Tigers lead on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's not easy to be a champion.
Built from every swing, pitch, and game.
All season long.
In the grind, the focus,
and in the recovery.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for defending national champions LSU baseball.
On the field, I trust my team. For my health care, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
Hey Louisiana, introducing 5 new fast play games from the lottery. Louisiana Treasures, win up to $3,500. Sunny Money, win up to $10,000. Bonus Crossword, top prize $15,000. Ultimate Dash, top prize $25,000. And it's a Louisiana thing. You could win up to $50,000. Louisiana Lottery, celebrating 35 years of reasons to smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, we know that every great game starts with a perfect field. Our equipment, whether it's a mower or a tractor, we can ensure your grass is always game day ready, so you can focus on making memories. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
LSU coming to the plate after a new pitcher enters the game for Carolina. Unable to get the leadoff man out was Alex Valentin, so his day is done. They'll hand the baseball over to a right-hander in Zach Russell, who will face Omar Cerna Jr. Carolina trailing 2-0 here in Game 3. Omar Cerna coming to the plate for LSU. He's 1 for 2. His one was a 2-run blast. His 7th home run of the year to give the Tigers a 2-0 lead.
Zach Russell coming in for his 21st appearance of the year, which leads the South Carolina team. He's 3-1 with a 2.19 ERA. Does have 1 save on the year.
First pitch to Cerna, ground ball to Scobie, and he muffs this one. It caroms off of him into shallow left center field. Braun around second, never slows down. He gets his way to third. That ground ball hit hard by Cerna, just ate up Scobie. Didn't have to move much, but may have just taken his eye off the ball. Didn't get it cleanly. And then caroms its way, and he has to chase it down into shallow left center, and a heads-up play by the freshman Braun. He could watch all of the action as he was coming from first base, and he knew he'd get to third without a throw, and he does.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's on Braun. Ball's right in front of you. You got to make the decision whether you can get the third. He absolutely could, but Omar Cerna still seeing the baseball well. And that's going to go down as an error, but that ball was hit right on the button at Scobie. And really took a little bit of a bad bounce right at Scobie's glove.
Curiel stands in. First pitch from Russell, a strike, 0-1. Curiel today 1 for 2, had a double on a bunt right side back in the third inning. I often talk about bunt for a single. Curiel, I'm not sure, was trying to, but he bunted for a double. Runners first and third. Fastball from Russell in on the hands will even the count 1-1.
Yeah, Russell's going to be 93 to 96 with the sinker, but he's going to throw primarily a cutter, which will be 87 to 91 miles an hour. Also throw a slider and has a changeup that he'll mix in. But he's a cutter guy. I mean, that's what he wants to throw. And that's what's going to be his primary pitch.
1-1 way outside to Curiel, 2-1.
And they say that sinker, it really, a lot of times sinker, two-seam fastball, kind of has the same action. Wants to run away from left-handed hitters, down and into right-handed hitters.
Two-one pitch to Curiel again. Russell missing way outside. 3-1.
Yeah, dangerous spot right here for Russell. Is Derek Curiel going to be sitting dead red. Really nowhere to put Curiel either. So Russell's got to either give in or really force ball 4, which would load the bases.
Russell's 3-1 pitch. Again, outside ball 4, and indeed, LSU will load up the bases. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That will bring to the plate, I'm sure, a guy that Zach Russell studied a little bit in the scout. That's Cade Arambidi.
Well, as hot as anybody on this LSU team. A perfect spot for LSU with the bases loaded, nobody out. Zach Russell's got to figure out a way to get the ball over the plate. If you're Arambidi, obviously you don't want to help him out, don't want to chase anything, but you got to be hunting something over the middle of the plate and look to drive.
Cade 1 for 2, had a single back in the second. He will absolutely send this one deep to center field. On the run is Bach at the wall, makes the grab, slams into the fence for the first out of the inning, but coming in to score will be Mason Braun. So a sac fly RBI off the bat of Cade Arambidi. About as deep as you can go, just left of the batter's eye. What a play by Tyler Bach to keep it in the park and record the first out. Carolina will give up the run. It's now 3-0. Also headed into third with Cerna. So now runners first and third. Curiel staying put at first. And now we got Monty Lee coming out, wanting to talk to Seth Buckminster, the home plate umpire. My goodness, what a play by Bach.
Yeah, it was a great job by Arambidi of hunting a fastball early in the count. He knew Russell was probably going to have to throw him something after just walking the bases loaded. Cutter in the middle of the plate. Arambidi hit it 402 feet. Like you said, Chris, as far as you can hit it without it getting out of the ballpark. Drove in another run for another RBI for Arambidi. So Tigers up 3-0.
Looks like Lee may challenge the tagging
South
up.
Carolina's challenging that the runner left early at second base.
Oh, so Cerna leaving early at second, not Braun leaving early at third. And be perfectly honest, full disclosure, my eyes were clearly on Mason Braun. So we'll have to go back and see. So Carolina going to challenge Cerna, tagging from second to third on that long fly ball out to the wall in center. So we go under review, brought to you by Acme Oyster House.
I'll tell you what's interesting about it. To waste one of the challenges on maybe would be weird. So they may have saw something. Coach Monty Lee and his coaching staff may have saw something at second base that you said it best, Chris. I wasn't watching either, so I'm not sure. But to go with a challenge on this is you better be very confident, because that's a tough thing to overturn.
Again, we don't have a view of Cerna just yet. So we have not seen a replay or an angle which shows Cerna at second when Bach made the catch. So I'm not sure how many different angles they will have with collaborative replay, but we can tell you your guess is as good as ours at this point as to whether or not this challenge will be successful or unsuccessful. If memory serves, you're right. They must have seen something. They've already challenged once. Came up empty, so they only have one challenge remaining. Here we go. We'll turn off AC/DC. And you got to turn on.
South Carolina has one challenge remaining.
Oh, nope. I was stand corrected. So Cerna, we didn't hear that part, but he is safe at third. Challenge unsuccessful, but that is just the first unsuccessful challenge for Carolina, so they still do have one remaining. But Cerna will stand at third, just one out. And that'll bring Stephen Milam to the plate. It was Buzzy told you earlier in his last plate appearance, starting to see that average in typical late season fashion for the Monster start to rise. He stands in, batting .288. Still hold firm. I think by the end of the year he's at .300, if not before. So this pitch misses high, and it's ball one.
Yeah, started off a little slow, but he is climbing out of that hole, and you're right, not much longer. He keeps having the at-bats he's having. He's gonna eclipse the 300 mark.
Cerna at third, Curiel at first with one out. Pitch from Russell just again missed the outside corner, trying to stay outside to Milam, and it's 2-0. The switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Russell. 2 balls, no strikes, a 3-0 LSU lead, 1 run in. Here in the bottom of the 5th, looking for more. Way outside again from Russell. 3 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, what's crazy about Russell is in 24 2/3 innings, only 6 earned runs, so the ERA's down, but 12 walks, 19 strikeouts. So it's not like it's overpowering stuff. It's just hasn't given up a ton of runs over this year.
3-0, gonna miss to Milam. And once again, the Tigers have the bases loaded with just 1 out. And Jay Johnson, you're looking for that clutch hit here. In the sac fly RBI brought in a run on that deep shot by Aaron Beatty to center field, but got a chance to really add some distance here in the middle innings. A clutch at bat with the bases loaded. Tanner Reeves gonna pick up a bat. Left-hander against the right-hander here. No bat for Edward Yaman. Go to the left-handed hitter, and this time Russell does find the outside corner. He's been looking for it since arriving on the mound, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, Reeves had a nice game in game 2 yesterday. Went in that 9-hole, went 2 for 3, scored a run, drew a walk.
The 0-1, look out. That'll brush him off the plate with a fastball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Alex Philpott, another right-handed pitcher getting loose down in South Carolina's bullpen. Santiago Garcia still down, and LSU's getting loose.
1-1, sails outside again. Now time called. LaCroix going to hand deliver the baseball back to Russell and talk it over. Bases loaded, 1 out. Tigers up 3-0. They really can open it up here with a timely hit from Tanner Reeves with just 1 out. Got Cerna at third, Curiel at second, Stephen Milam at first. A reminder, fans, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the celebrations. So remember, whether you're buying or selling baseball tickets, SeatGeek, the place to do it. The official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. Expect the expected in SeatGeek. LaCroix coming back to the plate. Tanner Reeves facing a 2-1 count, steps back in from the left side.
A lot of times after a visit, either by a catcher or a coach, they look to throw a strike. Reeves need to be aggressive in the zone.
Takes this pitch, and it does find the zone on the inner half, 2-2.
What pretty good 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Thought Reeves would have been ready to attack, but still with 2 strikes.
Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to the plate. Reeves puts a bat on it, but fouls it out of play. Still 2-2.
Yeah, Russell still is back up against the wall, even with 2 strikes to Tanner Reeves. So it's a situation, even if you get a pitch you can hit, you just got to put it in play. Anything but a strikeout.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Another 2-2 delivery way upstairs and inside. So now Reeves will face a payoff delivery from Zach Russell. Crowd here at Alec Box Stadium just waiting on the edge of their seat to erupt if Tanner Reeves can do a job here. Bases loaded, the payoff delivery. Ground ball through the 6-0. Slow roller, that'll score Cerna. Curiel on his way, the throw home, and safe at home is Curiel. Oh, wow, the ball came out of the mitt of LaCroix, and now they're going to come back and say Curiel is out. It looked like he applied the tag, but I don't think he held on to the ball long enough. He took it in the mitt. I think home plate umpire Seth Buckminster saying the slight collision by Curiel forced the ball out. Jay Johnson comes out immediately arguing the point, and it looks like Buckminster's going to gather his umpiring colleagues and talk it over, whether or not this goes to review or not. Looked like the throw was going to be there in time. Curiel tried to dance around it. LaCroix trying to apply the tag. Curiel actually missed home plate on the first go-round. He got back up, got to the plate, and we didn't get the out call until he got back to the plate a second time.
LSU wants to challenge the play at the plate.
So we'll go under review again, brought to you by Acme Oyster House. The Tigers with their first challenge of the day. And again, Curiel about 8 feet from home plate, kind of verted around, trying to get around and dance around LaCroix, as again the throw was there in time.
Well, and I saw home plate umpire Seth Buckminster say, give a signal like Curiel knocked the ball out of his glove, which is illegal. You can't forcefully knock the ball out of the glove. If LaCroix if the ball was just to come out of the glove trying to put the tag, that's one thing, but that's what I saw from up here. Coach Jay Johnson obviously not happy, and so I don't know if they're challenging the fact that Curiel tried to knock the ball out of his glove, or really what the challenge is here, but hopefully we'll have an answer very shortly.
I don't think the challenge will be successful. However, watching the replay there, I think that's a stretch to say Curiel intentionally tried to knock the ball out. He had extended his arms, I think, trying to see if he could catch the backside of the plate. It just happened to be where LaCroix brought the mitt.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. I don't think there was any ill intent from Derek Curiel. It's just the fact that, as you said, he's trying to get to home plate and score a run, and everything arrived at the same time.
I love Omar Cerna. He was there standing at home plate when Curiel made that attempt first time. And Cerna immediately said, get him back, get to the plate, you got to touch it. Which he did, but they had already ruled him out. And now, with the challenge, they're arguing he was out just by interference. That's the guess I have. Again, we're not privy to those conversations, and all we're told is that LSU is challenging the call out at home plate. This one taking a little bit longer. Now Monty Lee wants to get a word with Seth Buckminster to see where their heads are at the moment. But we're still waiting under review. Once again, brought to you by Acme Oyster House.
Great throw by Lazama, too. I got to give credit to the left fielder for South Carolina. It was right on the money.
Well, to recap, Cerna at third comes in to score to make it 4-0. LSU thought they had plenty of speed with Curiel. It's a close play at the plate. Throw was there, as you said. Lazama with a great throw from left field, right on the money to LaCroix. Here we go.
After review, the runner is out for interference. Runners will return to first and second. LSU has one challenge left.
Jay Johnson is just a step or two outside the dugout, and he is still letting the home plate umpire know he's not happy with it. Now it's starting to escalate a little bit, going back and forth. Looks like maybe for the meantime, cooler head's going to prevail. And it looks like Monty Lee's out there to bring the hook on Zach Russell, so that may tamper things down just a bit. He'll make a call to the bullpen. He'll go to a left-hander here. So the challenge unsuccessful. Curiel out at home plate after review. Is the second out of the inning. They move the runners back to first and second for the Tigers, but LSU may not be done just yet. Carolina going to bring in a new arm, try to make sure they are. It's a 4-0 LSU lead. Another pitching change for Carolina, presented by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. 4-0 Tigers lead. Back to it after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sausage and original seasoning is Manda's strong side, but it's Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
BRQ Seafood and Barbecue is a home run for flavor, excitement, and an unforgettable experience. Savor their daily specials or indulge in their brunch every Saturday and Sunday. Special occasion? Let BRQ cater your event or host your gathering on their outdoor patio, The Backyard. Now open daily. As the official catering service of LSU Athletics, they are the top choice for your game-winning celebrations. Visit online at brqrestaurant.com. See their daily specials, catering options, or to reserve a table. BRQ Seafood and Barbecue, where unforgettable moments await, both on and off the diamond.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, we know that every great game starts with a perfect field. Our equipment, whether it's a mower or a tractor, we can ensure your grass is always game day ready, so you can focus on making memories. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
Follow the powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
4-0 LSU leading. We continue action here in the bottom of the 5th inning. LSU with 2 runs in the 3rd, thanks to Omar Cerna's 2-run homer. Tigers able to scratch 2 more in so far here in the 5th after having the bases loaded on 2 occasions. Right now, with 2 outs, new pitcher coming in, Alex Philpott, a right-hander for the Gamecocks. He'll face Seth Dardar with runners 1st and 2nd. Milam at 2nd. Reeves with that RBI single to left stands at 1st. So Dardar stands in with 2 outs. Still looking for more runs here. First pitch from Philpott, fouled back into the screen, and it's 0-1.
Well, Philpott making his 12th appearance of the year. He's 0-4 with an even 6 ERA. He has started 1 game, does have 3 saves, 18 innings pitched, giving up 16 hits, 12 runs, 7 walks, and 11 strikeouts. Philpott will be 92 to 96 with the fastball. He will throw a cutter at 86 to 89 miles an hour.
The 0-1 to Dardar. Missing outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. I want to send a shout out to some great Tiger fans over in Lake Charles. Greg checking in with us, Buzzy, over at Graywood Golf and Racket Club in Lake Charles.
Very good.
Said the cart girl just asked him if everybody is listening to the baseball game on the course today. Here's a ground ball to first base. Going to be handled by Craddock. He'll step on the bag for out number 3. The Tigers add 2 more runs. They do it on 1 hit. The fans voice their displeasure of the umpiring here in the bottom of the 5th. More specifically, that play at home plate. Nonetheless, Tigers lead 4-0. We head to the top of the 6th. Carolina coming to the plate after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Elevate your game day spirit with Sugarfield Spirits, the official vodka of LSU Athletics. When crafting the perfect mixed drink, our vodka is the winning choice that'll have your taste buds cheering for more. Sugarfield Spirits, where the spirit of the Tigers meets exceptional locally made vodka. See our winning lineup at sugarfieldspirits.com or visit us at our tasting room in Gonzales.
Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com. Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com.
Home of the reigning champion LSU Fighting Tigers. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
LSU now leading 4-0, adding 2 more in the bottom of the 5th inning. Carolina comes to the plate here in the top of the 6th. Just 1 hit today so far for the Gamecocks after Zach Cowan. So that should tell you all you need to know about the outing so far for the veteran right-hander. He'll face Patrick Evans to get it started here in the 6th. First pitch from Cowan at the knees for a strike. Off speed, and it's 0-1. Well, Tanner Reeves, by the way, came in to bat for Edward Yaman. Got an RBI single. He will take over and play in left field for Yaman here in the bottom, or rather top of the 6th. This one a high chop towards third. Dardar waits on it, pumps and fires over to Braun in time. And that will retire the first out of the inning.
As Zach Cowan continuing to fill up the strike zone and approaching 80 pitches. We mentioned Santiago Garcia, who at the moment is since sat out. He's not throwing at the moment, but approaching 80 pitches, Zach Cowan has been tremendous with a lot of strikes thrown.
Tyler Bach now atop the order for Carolina. He's 0 for 2. A couple of strikeouts. First pitch sends in the air to left field. Tanner Reeves going back, circling over on the track, and he's got it. For out number 2. What do we say? You enter the game.
It's coming
Count
to
on
you.
it. It's coming.
It's coming to you. I promise you that. And more so if you're on the infield. I mean, anywhere, but if you're on the infield, I promise you, you're getting the ground ball hit to you. So just know that. And that's really any level. I mean, it doesn't matter. Little league, high school, college, it's going to happen.
So now with 2 quick outs, here's Dawson Harmon. He will swing at the first pitch, and he will send this one foul into the seats down the line and right. And it's 0-1. The Tigers picked up 2 wins yesterday in the doubleheader. Just a reminder, when the Tigers win, you win. Enter promo code LSU50 the day after an LSU baseball win. Receive 50% off your online pizza order at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. The 0-1 to Harmon. He'll foul this one off. So Cowan able to elicit 2 quick outs and then quickly jumps ahead of the Carolina third baseman, 0-2.
And this is a spot, don't mess around. I mean, you don't want to groove one 0-2. I hate 0-2 hits from the opposing team, but you got 2 quick outs. Let's see if you can get out off this field quickly.
The 0-2, he does. Swing and a miss with the breaking ball. Down and away to the right-handed hitter. Zach Cowan, 7th strikeout on the day, and a very quick inning for Carolina here in the top of the 6th. 3 up and 3 down. LSU leading 4-0. They come to the plate in the bottom of the 6th after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Everything tastes better after an LSU Tiger victory. Similarly, everything also tastes better once you've baptized it with the handcrafted flavor of the original Louisiana hot sauce. So just imagine how truly tasty something would taste if it was doused in the original Louisiana hot sauce after an LSU Tiger victory. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
LSU Tiger fans are gearing up with real Tigers apparel and merchandise from the official online store at lsushop.net. Get jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, official team merchandise from Nike, accessories, and much more. Over 3,600 products, all shipped right to your door. Head to the place real Tiger fans go for the selection only real Tiger fans get at lsushop.net.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
LSU quickly back to the plate. Tigers plated 2 in the third, 2 in the fifth. They're right back at it here in the bottom of the sixth. William Patrick to lead it off. So far, the freshman 0 for 1, aboard on a walk in the third inning. Philpott delivers the first pitch, missing for ball 1, and it's 1-0.
I'm not sure we gave you the final line on Valentine, who started for South Carolina, but he went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Gave way to Russell, who threw 2/3 of an inning.
Patrick will swing and foul this one out of play. A fastball offering from Philpott. That'll leave it up 1-1.
Yeah, Russell in the 2/3 innings of pitch gave up 1 hit, 1 run wasn't earned, 2 walks, and no strikeouts.
1 ball, 1 strike. Patrick awaits. Philpott delivers. Misting the low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Philpott, tall right-hander with the 2-1 delivery. Again, missed down and away. And Patrick gets a hitter's count now, 3-1. I mentioned to you in the break, did you get a chance to see TCU's head baseball coach last night, Kirk Sarloos? He was ejected playing Oklahoma State, and he did it the way I would do it. I'll tell you about it after this 3-1 pitch. Now when the take is on, strike is there at the belt. It's now 3-2. He was ejected. Got his money's worth. I think he got in the ear of basically every umpire on the field, then went into the dugout, got his briefcase, and then made a very slow walk across the entire field to leave the game.
Did he think that was the only exit out of the ballpark?
I think he just wanted to take his own sweet time and take it all in. Now, he will pay a price for it. It was announced, I think, late last night or earlier today. Is now Jay Johnson going to come out? He and Seth Buckminster going to go at it again. Carolina, it appeared, was having a pitch comm issue. And Jay Johnson, I think, going back to what we said earlier, maybe not happy with, again, your example of the faking of injuries in football. I'm not sure if that's what Jay's upset about, but he certainly doesn't like the rhythm breakup here. And he and Seth Buckminster still going back and forth.
Well, that stems from the call the previous inning. You know, Jay Johnson feels like it should have been a bigger inning in that bottom of the fifth. I say only, but only 2 runs were scored. It felt like with all the traffic and, of course, the call at the plate, felt like it probably should have been more like 3 or 4 runs for LSU in that bottom of the fifth.
Well, come to find out, the TCU coach was suspended for 2 games. Here's a bouncer towards third, trying to come in with a short hop on the corner, and unsuccessful as Harmon. Goes right under the glove, and that will allow Patrick to arrive safely at first.
The way Jay Johnson and home plate umpire Seth Buckminster is going, hopefully Jay will stay in this game for the remainder of the innings. But if he were to get thrown out, he has a quick exit. We wouldn't have to see him go across the field with his briefcase.
One of the more calm demeanor coaches, and Jay prides himself on that, and I respect that immensely, but he has no problem taking up for his team when need be. And he certainly, when he feels like he's got a mountain to stand on, he will. First pitch offered up to Ruckert, missing from Philpott, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out, the Tigers with a runner aboard. They lead 4-0, 4 runs on 5 Bingo Pest Product base hits so far, and this one, another one, make it 6, hot off the bat of Ruckert down the right field line. Patrick picking him up, setting him down, mishandled in right by the Gamecocks, and Patrick will make his way all the way in to score from first base, and into third will be Ruckert. What a mash down the first base line, just under the glove of Craddock.
Yeah, Ruckert continues to play well for LSU, down in the lineup and not messing around. Thought maybe for a second Jay may go with the bunt call, but nope, put the swing away on. Ruckert rips one down the right field line, and everybody gets on their horse. That's what you're looking for. LSU continuing to tack on runs
5-0 now for the Tigers.
Yeah, tough break for Carolina. Patrick getting aboard on the fielding error assessed to Harmon. And then Uhas, or rather Patrick Evans, I should say, out in right field. Mishandled the ground ball on the track, and that gave LSU all they needed to make it a 5-0 ball game with the speed of William Patrick. Braun, now top of the order, takes the first pitch low for ball one.
South Carolina now will bring their infield in with Philpott on the mound. Philpott transfer in from Florida, where he played 2 years for the Florida Gators.
1-0. Inside corner called strike. We'll even it up to Braun 1-1. Carolina going to bring the infield in with nobody out. Not quite on the cut. Maybe a step or two off the infield grass all around the diamond. With Patrick, or check that, Ruckert at third. Here's the 1-1. Pitch to Braun is outside, 2-1.
Philpott in his career at Florida through 67 innings, struck out 72 batters. Made 22 appearances last year for the Florida Gators. Actually posted 3 wins and 2 saves.
2-1 off the end of the bat. Little slow bouncer foul. Third base way. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Braun. Freshman from South Bend reached base by way of walk in the 5th inning. Strikeout victim in the 3rd. Had a sharp comebacker handled on the mound by Valentine back in the 1st inning. 2-2 pitch. Outside, missing by Philpott. And again, a full count.
Nobody throwing at the moment in South Carolina's bullpen, so this is Philpott's game to have.
With the infield in, the payoff pitch way outside. Braun will head down to first. So again, nobody out. Now runners on the corners after the walk relinquished by Philpott. This is 8th base on balls given up of the year. First in today's game.
Yeah, dangerous situation for South Carolina with guys on base, already 1 run across this bottom of the 6th, and you've got what's been a little bit murderer's row for LSU with Cerna Jr., Curiel, and Aaron Beatty. Oh, by the way, Milam right behind Aaron Beatty as well.
Cerna waits, and Philpott delivers. Cerna sends it a mile high into the air. Foul territory, it looks like, left field way, and eventually catches the screen and lands in playable area in foul territory. I'm not sure anybody for Carolina knew where that baseball was. They had Lozama coming over, but he was way back near the track. Shortstop Scobie came over and gave a look, and it landed between them. I think it would have caught the screen and been out of play, but again, it didn't look like they knew where the baseball was coming down. Nonetheless, it's just a strike 1, 0-1 the count to Cerna. Philpott fires in on the hands, and Cerna fouls this one back. Fastball at 93, and now it's 0-2. They have just skimmed the screen and almost came straight down, but again, that first foul ball by Cerna, nobody near it.
Yeah, to the naked eye, I actually thought it came down cleanly. I didn't see it hit the net.
Cerna again will swipe and foul this one back, still 0-2.
And in my head, I was thinking Lozama's going to get good chewing out by the coach for not giving it full effort, but it absolutely hit the net and came off of it. So,
and I'll give Lozama credit. He maybe saw a better angle and knew it was going to catch the screen.
Correct. That's exactly what happened.
Much easier for me to say sitting up here. The 0-2 way outside from Philpott. That'll make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. How about Cerna's aggressiveness at the plate? Boy, going right after those fastballs in and around the plate.
And I love that. That's the approach. You don't have to have that every time. I mean, you'd rather have that than be passive, but I love it with a guy in scoring position with nobody out or less than 2 outs. I love working early in the count, trying to put something in play.
The 1-2 pitch and a ground ball hit towards Scobie. Took a high bounce. He'll field it. Throw to Suter. The relay not in time. Beating it out. How about the hustle from Cerna? Coming in to score from third will be Ruckert. It's now a 6-0 LSU lead. They'll get the out at second. Again, could not turn 2 on the relay from Suter. They do record the first out, but they give up another run.
Well, Cerna was moving down the line. It was, again, probably one too many hops to be able to turn the double play, although Cerna was getting down the line very quickly. But that's what you do. Again, nobody out, put it in play, score that run from third base, get your Tigers a bigger lead.
Curiel takes the first offering and misses down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Curiel 1 for 2. Bunted for that double back in the third. Got aboard on a walk in the 5th. Tigers with 2 runs in on 2 hits, 1 error so far on the Gamecocks here in the bottom of the 6th. Chases a fastball up, 1-1. Wind starting to pick up slightly. Flags, again, as we mentioned, half staff today. Starting to whip a little bit above the batter's eye. A 1-1 delivery. Curiel swings in the air, left center field. Bach on the run, still on the run, and able to get to it just shy of the track. Turns and whips it back into the infield quickly for the second out. Cerna remains at first base.
That's a good approach from Curiel, though. That a very good swing to the opposite field. Hit it a long way. But give Bach credit. He was able to run it down. But that's when Curiel's at his best. I mean, you keep putting quality at bats like that where you stay the other way, those are going to eventually fall. And again, like the way Curiel's swinging the bat, like the way a lot of the guys on this team are swinging it right now. This guy might be at top of the list in Aaron Beatty.
1 for 2 today for the Tiger catcher. First pitch, he will send it in the air down the line in right. Evans with a long way to run, but eventually it will make its way foul out of play, and it's 0-1 to Aaron Beatty. Aaron Beatty now with Jake Brown sidelined with that season-ending and career-ending injury. Now with 39 RBI, leads the team with 14 home runs. The 0-1. Cade swings. It's a base hit. Bouncer into left center field. Cerna around second, on his way to third. He'll get there without a throw. Heads up base running for Cerna with a ball out in front of him, and now runners first and third for the Tigers with 2 away.
Yeah, another hard hit ball from Aaron Beatty. In the second inning, he did the same thing, stayed right back through the middle. But quality at bats, when you continue to hit balls hard, 100 miles an hour and over, and you can hit them on the line, stay out of the air, that batting average is gonna raise. The law of averages, that those balls are gonna eventually find holes, and you're gonna like the way that average looks at the end of the year.
I'll say this: I'm not sure if Dennis Shaver, track and field head coach, is going to come over and try to recruit Omar Cerna, but he runs pretty good for a guy his size. He was getting it around second to third. First pitch to Milam. A little lazy fly ball into shallow center, and coming back is Suter, and he will get out there to make the play for out number 3. But LSU puts 2 runs on the board on 3 hits. Another error for the Gamecocks, their 3rd of the day. And we head to the top of the 7th with a 6-0 LSU lead over South Carolina. Gamecocks coming up to the plate after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you shop Albertsons online or in our app, you can count on us to have freshly picked high-quality ingredients ready for pickup or delivery in as little as 30 minutes. Plus, save $30 off your first online order and let Albertsons take the hassle out of shopping while racking up the savings. With free pickup or delivery, you will always get the same great prices, deals, and rewards as in store. Shop online at Albertsons.com or in the app. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
Ew, it's a roach!
Fear not. Champ is here. Your weapon is Bengal Roach Spray. Bengal spray technology is designed to flush out the entire colony, targeting the source of the problem, making sure these pests don't die unseen in your walls, ensuring far-reaching results that prevent infestations from returning. Now that you're all protected, my job here is done.
Bengal, the official pest control of LSU athletics.
In a region famous for its cuisine, Blue Plate Mayo has been a staple since 1927. From New Orleans to Lafayette, Houma to Baton Rouge, it's the mayo Louisiana reaches for when it's time to make something delicious. Whether it's dressing a po' boy or making that perfect dipping sauce for crawfish, it has to be Blue Plate. Blue Plate Mayo, the official mayo of LSU athletics. That's the good stuff.
Follow the powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
So far, so good for LSU here on Sunday. They lead 6-0 over South Carolina after taking both games yesterday. 6-1 in the opener, 7-3 in the nightcap. Zach Cowan, question we all had coming into this one after he was named the starter. How long does Coach Jay Johnson want him out there? Well, the way he's pitching, it's been a while. Here's a ground ball on the first pitch. Randolph, a bouncer towards third, and it eats up Dardar. Took a nasty bounce and jumped over his glove on the last hop. Makes its way into left field, so Randolph aboard to start the top of the seventh.
Well, tough play for Dardar, who not sure how much third base he's played. I know he came in as a second baseman and transferred, but he's over in that hot corner, and again, you don't have much time to decide. You either got to come get the baseball, try to get a short hop, or get the big hop. He tried to back up and get the big hop, and it was really more the in-between hop, and it just ate him up.
Well, we get our answer now. Jay Johnson, slow walk out to the mound, and you can hear the swell of the crowd as it may be all for Zach Cowan, who pitched magnificently here in Game 3. Just what the Tigers and the doctor wanted. Jay out there talking it over. Now the home plate umpire, Seth Buckminster, bravely going to walk out there, try to interrupt Jay Johnson in the middle of his talk. And now he'll make the call to the left-hander out of the bullpen.
I didn't know if he wanted to have a conversation with him again or not.
He didn't turn around. He knew he was there, but he made the call nonetheless. So, pitching change powered by Sunshine, and you're going to hear a roar of this crowd when Zach Cowan hands the baseball and walks off the mound, deservedly so. Pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. If you need a game-changing upgrade, well, trust Sunshine. Keep your home turf in tip-top shape. So again, LSU getting a great performance in a starting role here from Zach Cowan. Santiago Garcia, the left-hander, going to take over, and here comes the cheers for the senior right-hander, Zach Cowan. We'll take a timeout, come back. LSU leading 6-0. Gamecocks with a runner at first, nobody out. Top of the seventh here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Some drinks come in a bottle, some in a can. Only one comes in a ball and brings the buzz. We're Buzz Balls, the ready-to-go cocktail that's shaped like a ball. Coincidence? We think not. Big flavor, big buzz, ready to go. Buzz Balls. It's a ball. It's a drink. It's a whole vibe. Please drink responsibly. Buzz Balls. Available in spirit, wine, and malt. 50% alcohol per volume. Buzz Balls, LLC, Carrollton, Texas.
Champions don't wait for the perfect pitch. They make their move. With LSU Online, you can step up to the plate for your career, earn your degree, and keep swinging towards your goals. Learn anytime from anywhere and knock your next milestone out of the park. It's time to make your move, Tiger fans. Visit online.lsu.edu. LSU Online. Win where you are.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, we know that every great game starts with a perfect field. Our equipment, whether it's a mower or a tractor, we can ensure your grass is always game day ready, so you can focus on making memories. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
Home of the reigning champion LSU Fighting Tigers. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Dudley DeBosier stands up for the purple and gold. They fight for Tiger fans all across the great state of Louisiana. Dudley DeBosier, proud to be an official partner of LSU Athletics. The Tigers leading 6-0. Make a decision to call upon the bullpen. Santiago Garcia, transfer from Oregon, the left-hander, gets the call. He'll step up on the bump. Carolino, the leadoff man aboard. And Randolph, he stands at first. By the way, Randolph aboard on that error at third by Dardar. First of the day for the Tigers. Woo. Good throw by Garcia, who was checking on Randolph at first, and Braun just lost the handle of the glove. Otherwise, that one may have been close on the tag over there on the runner.
Santiago Garcia making his tied for the team lead, 19th appearance of the year. He's 1-1 with a 5.23 ERA.
First pitch to LaCroix, the bender, in for his strike, 0-1.
Garcia has 2 saves in 20 2/3 innings, giving up 15 hits, 12 runs, 14 walks, and 33 strikeouts. Garcia with the fastball is going to be 91 to 95, has a curveball, slider, and a changeup.
The 0-1, off speed, upstairs, but LaCroix went after it, fouls it back, and Santi ahead 0-2. Randolph 1 for 1 in stolen bases. Garcia, though, brings the 0-2 pitch, lifted in the air to center field. Curiel backpedals a couple of steps. He has it for the first out of the inning. That will send Randolph back to first.
You mentioned Garcia out of Oregon, transfer from Oregon, made 24 relief appearances last year, was 3-0 with a 4.2 ERA. Through 30 innings, had 4 saves, 19 walks, and 40 strikeouts.
Ethan Lozama, the left fielder, 0 for 2 today. Lefty on lefty matchup. Garcia looks at the runner, now fires to the plate. Breaking ball a little low, pops out of the mid of Aaron Beatty, but Randolph going to stay right there at first base. 1 ball, no strikes to Lozama. Fly ball out to right field, and Patrick in the second. Grounded out on a nice grab by Braun at first base back in the 4th. Garcia's 1-0. Breaking ball a little high. 2 balls, no strikes. Listen up, fans. Treasures only found here in Louisiana. Play Louisiana Treasures from the lottery. You can win up to $3,500. Louisiana Lottery celebrating 35 years of reasons to smile. Another pitch that misses, elevated. 3-0 now to Lozama. Randolph takes his lead at first. Garcia fires but missed with a fastball inside. So now Carolina will have runners first and second with 1 away here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, that'll bring up Craddock for South Carolina, who one of the bigger home run threats for the Gamecocks, has 9 home runs on the year. So Santiago Garcia needs to be careful with this South Carolina hitter.
Randolph now at second. Lozama at first. Craddock's first delivery from Garcia's the strike at the belt. 0-1. Pitch is high, a snap throw down to first, and a grab by Braun and a tag applied, and out at first is Lozama. Aaron Beatty fired that one on a 1-hopper from his knees. Braun able to get it in the glove and met Lozama on his way back to the bag.
Yeah, that's the jog back to the dugout you never want to have as a player, but he was absolutely dead out between Aaron Beatty and Braun. Great job of throwing behind him, and Braun sneaking in back behind Lozama, the runner.
So now 2 gone. Runner at second. The 1-1 off speed and a swing and a miss on the hands for Craddock. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Garcia gets ahead. What a throw by Aaron Beatty. 2 outs, a 1-2 count. Craddock awaits the 1-2 pitch. He fouls it off into the screen, keeps it 1-2.
Yeah, and you can do that. A lot of times those the first base runner, when they've got a guy ahead of them, they think that the opposing team falls asleep on them. Braun's playing back behind the runner, but sneaking in, they had a little signal, hey, I'm going to throw behind him, and Braun did an awesome job on a great throw.
A 1-2 breaking ball, swing and a miss. Craddock down on strikes for a 3rd time today. Garcia picks up his first punch out of the bullpen. Carolina. A couple of errors on the base paths, and it's no runs, 1 hit, and only 1 man left on. Time to stretch it out here at the box on a Sunday afternoon. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Tigers lead 6-0. They come to the plate when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Squeeze every ounce of life out of every day. Memorize every sunset, every face you love, and climb every obstacle until you can't go higher. With Louisiana Blue, you're free to soar because you've got the compassion of the cross, the security of the shield, and the comfort of blue behind you. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue. Louisiana True.
Champions make plays on the field and in life. With LSU Online, you can keep your career moving, earn your degree, and still run your own game plan. Learn anytime from anywhere and take the next step toward your goal line. It's time to make your move, Tiger fans. Visit online.lsu.edu. LSU Online. Win where you are.
The 7th inning stretch of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball was presented by Coshada Casino Resort, Louisiana's best bet.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Game 3 Sunday, and the Tigers leading 6-0. Tanner Reeves with an RBI single in his first at bat back in the 5th inning. Starts it off for the Tigers. First pitch, ball 1. Second delivery missing low from Alex Philpott. Quickly 2 balls, no strikes to the 5th-year senior, Tanner Reeves. Philpott starts the wind. Here's the 2-0. On a strike, outer edge. Fastball from Philpott makes it 2-1. Fans, find out how you can build a better workday every day with Cintas. Visit Cintas.com. Get ready for the workday. 2-1 offering on its way to the plate. The knees for a strike. So Philpott battling back after falling behind early. Now evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. LSU Athletics would like to thank today's game sponsor, ISC Constructors, powered by people. Picked up a nice hat as I walked through the gate today from our friends at ISC Constructors. That pitch a little low, and boy, brave take by Reeves, but that will fill a count at 3-2. Payoff delivery from Philpott. Low and outside. Reeves going to reach base for a second time today. The leadoff walk. Buzzing memory escapes me. I'm getting a little older nowadays, but LSU been very effective this weekend, certainly today, with leadoff runners getting aboard, and that just constantly, regardless, again, they've only scored in 3 frames so far, but the pressure that initially builds, it changes everything in the dugout, on the mound, and on the field when that leadoff man gets aboard.
Absolutely, and it makes a pitcher have to get into the stretch. A lot of times pitchers aren't as comfortable in the stretch as they are in the windup. It makes you have to focus more from a defensive standpoint, and can become a lot tougher.
First pitch to Seth Dardar is 0 for 2 today. Catches the outer edge, and it's 0-1.
It looks like Jay Johnson maybe settling in on a little bit of a lineup. Of course, we know the injuries to Jake Brown. We know the injury to Pearson.
Pitch is low. LaCroix taking a page out of Aaron Beatty's book. Looked down to first, but did hold on to the baseball as Reeves got back.
But we like the way Rutgers playing at second base. William Patrick, we know what he's doing in right field. Of course, Braun has been Braun for a few weeks now at first base. But third base, Dardar, Reeves, you can kind of mix and match.
Another pitch low. That'll make it 2-1 to Dardar. And again, LaCroix fakes the throw down to first.
And yeah, it seems like with the left field position, you might go with the Yaman Reeves kind of lefty-righty situation, whoever's pitching for the opposing team, and then make that change as they make changes during the game.
2-1 pitch. Dar swings, fouls this one out of play left side. That'll leave it up 2-2. Things certainly going to heat up towards the summer months. Tigers looking to heat up down the stretch of the season. But whenever you're ready to cool it down, count on Slow Melt Ice. Check them out online. Find out all about Slow Melt Ice. Opened in 1997. Check them out, slowmeltice.com, SLOMALTICE.com. The 2-2. Again, Dar, same result. Swings and fouls it left side. Still 2-2. The throwback to Philpott gets away, and Scobie was adjusting his hat. Finally finds it right there at his foot. Gets it back to the Carolina pitcher.
Yeah, you got to like the way Dar swings the bat. I mean, he said this before. He does not get cheated up there. When he gets a pitch and he thinks he can drive, there is no two-strike approach. He is absolutely ripping it.
2-2. Ground ball just right of first base foul. That one a solid swing. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Tiger third baseman.
First base umpire Joseph Smith been on.
Good job today.
Right at the corner down there. I mean, he's had some balls ripped at him, and he's had to make some decisions on.
Runner at first. Here's the 2-2. Dar again swings. Ground ball to second. Kind of twisted up Suter, but he gets under control, and his only play is to first to get Dar for the first out of the inning. Almost looked like he had his footwork messed up a little bit, a little off balance. Again, was hit pretty hard. Would have been a long throw to try to get to against the speedy Reeves, but heads-up decision by the Carolina second baseman assures the first out of the inning. That'll get William Patrick back to the plate. It's 1 for 2 today. A board on a walk in the third, strikeout victim in the fourth. A board on an error back in the sixth. There's the strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
Action down in South Carolina's bullpen.
Reeves with a leadoff second. Philpott looks back. Now the 0-1 to the plate. Bouncer foul, third base side. Move the count to 0-2 now to Patrick. Two-strike approach here for the freshman. The 0-2 delivery way upstairs. Fastball out of the zone, 1-2.
Yeah, right-handed pitcher 47, Josh Gregoire, getting loose down in South Carolina's bullpen. Actually, Baton Rouge native, transferred out of Louisiana Monroe.
Reeves again down at second, just 1 away. Philpott's pitch, off speed, slow rolling ground ball towards Scobie. His only play is to first. He'll make the play there on the throw to Craddock to retire Patrick for the second out of the inning. But moving the runner to third, Reeves stands 90 feet away. And Jack Ruckert is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Had a big swing last time with a single in the 6th inning. Eventually, a couple of errors by South Carolina found him standing at third base, but officially a single in the 6th for Ruckert. First delivery, fastball but down, missing, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch up the middle, base hit into center field. That will score. Reeves comes in, touch home plate. It is 7-0. How about Jack Ruckert?
Well, I was just about to say, before he got the base hit up the middle, he was hitting 233. That'll obviously go up from there. But William Patrick in that 8-hole hitting 258. Ruckert now hitting 250. Numbers that aren't going to blow you away. But again, over these last few games, they just are doing such a good job of putting good at-bats together, doing what the coach asked, and not always getting the base hit, but just putting productive at-bats together. That's what you're looking for.
And on top of that, even with those numbers, you're talking about a couple of guys that just 3 weeks ago were shagging fly balls during BP and during practice, and now all of a sudden they're performing and asked to perform in SEC competition. Carolina going to make another pitching change with 2 outs. 7-0 LSU lead. Pitching change powered by Sunshine. We'll return to the box in a moment on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just non-stop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
It's not easy to be a champion.
It's built from every swing, pitch, and game.
All season long.
In the grind, the focus,
and in the recovery.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for defending national champions LSU baseball.
On the field, I trust my team. For my health care, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
Get ready, Tiger fans! Venture Global is proud to partner with LSU Athletics, powering Louisiana and the world with clean, low-cost, reliable energy and fueling the future of our great state. As we cheer on the Tigers this season, we're also driving innovation, creating jobs, and supporting our local communities. Together, we're building a brighter, more sustainable tomorrow. Venture Global, proud partner of LSU Athletics, powering champions on and off the field. Go Tigers!
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Carolina opts for another right-hander on the mound. This pitching change, Josh Gregoire will take over for Carolina. Mason Braun at the plate, 2 outs. Tigers with a runner at first, already 1 run in here in the bottom of the 7th to make it a 7-0 LSU lead.
Gregoire making his 17th appearance of the year. He has a 5.21 ERA. He's thrown 19 innings, given up 17 hits, 11 runs, 11 walks, and 25 strikeouts.
First pitch to Braun, missing low, but off of the bag at first and just getting back his record. Looked like it was off and running, stopped a good 15 feet from the bag. Caught the eye of Talmadge LaCroix, maybe hesitated a little bit. Otherwise, I think he had a chance to get him, but thankfully for the Tigers, record back safely. 1-0 to Braun. Breaking ball low and inside. 2-0.
Gregoire prepped at Episcopal High School in Baton Rouge and played last year at Louisiana Monroe. Went 3-2 last year for the Warhawks, 2.38 ERA. Struck out 40 batters in 34 innings.
Gregoire's 2-0. High chop towards second base. Suter coming in. Option pitch gets it to Scobie at second. They'll get the lead runner in Ruckert for out number 3. The Tigers, though, add a run. They do it on 1 hit. We now move to the top of the 8th. LSU leading 7-0 over South Carolina. Looking for a clean sweep on the weekend. Still some work left to do. We'll be back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
The games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites, Walk On's is your go-to for good times. Craft beer and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages. From melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online or in the app. Walk On Sports Bistro. Game on.
Hi, this is Chef Kevin Belton for People's Health. If you have diabetes, heart failure, or cardiovascular disorder, and you have Medicare, ask about a People's Health Chronic Condition Special Needs Plan. It's a Medicare plan designed to help with the unique needs that go along with these chronic conditions. Call People's Health today. Your benefits could start as early as next month.
Plans are insured through United Healthcare Insurance Company or one of its affiliated companies, a Medicare Advantage organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in the plan depends on the plan's contract renewal with Medicare.
My name is Trina. I'm from New Orleans, and I've been with Blue Cross Blue Shield for almost a year. Last year, it was right after my husband and I got married, I was diagnosed with a heart condition. When I received the diagnosis, I was terrified. And it was just so reassuring to know that I was covered. Knowing that I could really swing those costs was a security like none other. It's empowering. It's very empowering.
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Top of the 8th inning, Carolina coming to the plate. They've got some work to do. They trail 7-0. KJ Scobie will lead it off for the Gamecocks. Santiago Garcia continues on the bump after a great performance once again by Zach Cowan in a starting role. Now looks like the pitch comp going out for Garcia, and he immediately calling for time and asking for a new one. Jamie Tetko comes running out of the dugout for the Tigers. He'll switch that out for him. We'll get back to action. Again, a reminder, coming up tomorrow, it's the season finale, our final Jay Johnson show, live from TJ Ribs, 6 o'clock. Got great crowds each and every week. Looking forward to another one tomorrow night. Jay Johnson Show presented by Our Lady of the Lake Championship Health Partner at LSU Athletics. 6 p.m. tomorrow, TJ Ribs.
Chris, you think every player is responsible for keeping their own electronic devices charged?
You know, that's a good question. I got to first this pitch. Garcia gets the call, likes the pitch, and delivers. Breaking ball strike, and it's 0-1 to Scobie. I have a feeling that the tech guys for baseball keep those under very close lock and key. I could be wrong. May ask that tomorrow night. It's a good question, Buzz.
I should call in. I may call in. Disguise myself.
Why don't you just show up?
I could do that too.
You could do that. Yeah. That one fouled back, and it's 0-2. I'll let you ask the question. You can come up, do a whole segment if you want.
The reason I asked, if I was responsible for having to keep my own one charged, that would happen every pitch.
Pitch down low from Garcia. Make it 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Scobie, who's 1 for 2 today. The shortstop for the Gamecocks had a single back in the 3rd inning. During those days, you could forget about it. I would have been the guy who they finally decided, all right, guys, you can't keep him. We're going to have to bring him in and put him under lock and key every night. The 1-2 to Scobie, and he sends it foul out of play right side. Again, LSU Athletics like to thank today's game sponsor, ISC Constructors, powered by People. Great weekend so far. Tigers looking to finish it up here on a Sunday afternoon. They lead 7-0. Top of the 8th inning. A 1-2 from Garcia. Breaking ball, line drive, and a base hit into the alley right center field. Cutting it off will be Patrick. And a single off the bat of Scobie. His 2nd hit of the day. Give Carolina a rare leadoff man aboard.
Yeah, Scobie's done a nice job in that 7 holes. Had a couple hits, and really a day with not much offense from South Carolina. He's the only little bit of light there.
Now we'll see Logan Suter, who got the start today at second base. He has an open stance from the right side. Garcia will fire the fastball low and inside. Ball 1.
Quick Republic Finance scoreboard update for you. Final in College Station. Texas A&M able to avoid the sweep to Auburn as they win 4-3.
1-0 out in front, bouncer foul, third base side off the bat of Suter.
Final in Lexington, Tennessee holds off Kentucky with a high-scoring game, 10-9. The Volunteers beat the Wildcats.
Runner at first, nobody out. Here's the 1-1. Off speed, but way outside to the right-handed hitter. Now 2-1.
One other final again in Athens, Georgia with the run rule over Missouri, 14-4. So Georgia with the sweep over Missouri.
Oh, almost had him over at first as Scobie was just starting to extend his lead. Garcia, the left-hander, saw it, but the throw was a little off. Otherwise, I think Braun had a chance. Nonetheless, Scobie back to first. A 2-1 count to Suter at the plate. Garcia fires and foul back into the screen. 2-2.
Barn burner and Fayetteville. Ole Miss with the lead, 4-3 over Arkansas. That game is in the top of the 9th. Texas looking to win the series against Mississippi State as they lead that game 11-6 in the top of the 9th.
Garcia's next delivery missed high and outside. Now 3-2. This one hammered to left field, coming over is Harden. He'll play it on one bounce. Good piece of hitting that time for Suter. It's his first hit on the weekend. And we told you he got aboard on a error last night as a pinch hitter in the top of the ninth, but that one, no doubt, single to left.
Yeah, and that'll get Gavin Guidry up and throwing down in LSU's bullpen.
Garcia looking to record an out here. In fact, looking to record 3, but he's got to get to it quickly. But now Aaron Beatty going to call for time and walk out to the mound. Jay Johnson on the walkie-talkie talking to the Tiger catcher. Said go out, more than likely give Gavin a chance, get a little closer to be ready to go in case we need him here. Carolina with runners first and second, nobody out. A reminder, don't let AC outages keep you on the bench this year. Text the words home run to 31996. You'll get a $59 AC system check. So valuable. Do it ahead of time. Trust me. AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. Now Jay Johnson on his way out. We can expect that'll be all for Santiago Garcia. Evans, the right fielder, coming to the plate. Right-handed hitter.
You think he's going to wait for his buddy to get back to the mound again? Home plate umpire?
He doesn't seem to be in a hurry to make the call to the bullpen. Home plate umpire is still kind of left of home plate. And now the slow walk by the home plate umpire. Jay may see him in his peripheral. And there it is. Before he reaches the mound, Jay makes the call to the bullpen.
I think he goes with the, hey, guys, let me know when he's about 5 feet from me.
Pitching change powered by Sunshine. The Tigers going to call upon Gavin Guidry. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th. They lead 7-0 over Carolina. The Gamecocks have runners first and second when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's not easy to be a champion.
Built from every swing, pitch, and game.
All season long.
In the grind, the focus,
and in the recovery.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for defending national champions LSU baseball.
On the field, I trust my team. For my health care, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
Hey Louisiana, introducing 5 new fast play games from the lottery. Louisiana Treasures, win up to $3,500. Sunny Money, win up to $10,000. Bonus Crossword, top prize $15,000. Ultimate Dash, top prize $25,000. And it's a Louisiana thing. You could win up to $50,000. Louisiana Lottery, celebrating 35 years of reasons to smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, we know that every great game starts with a perfect field. Our equipment, whether it's a mower or a tractor, we can ensure your grass is always game day ready, so you can focus on making memories. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Gavin Guidry enters the game on the mound for LSU. Veteran right-hander out of Lake Charles. Gotta imagine Jay Johnson calling on the right-hander to take him the rest of the way. He comes in with a LSU 7-0 lead. And what's interesting is just before today's game, Buzzy, you, myself, Ronnie Rance, we were over here talking about Gavin Guidry, and again, he seems like the perfect guy out of the bullpen, and that's why they call it a bullpen, because when that door opens, Gavin comes out snorting, ready to go, and he's ready to fire. So it almost seems like he fits that role a little bit better than maybe the starting opportunity.
I agree, and like that's a real thing. People are like, if you can pitch out of the bullpen and you do such a good job, why can't you throw him in the starting role and just continue that? But it really is two different things. When somebody's asked to give max effort for an inning or two, it's a different than starting the game having to give 5, 6, or 7 innings.
First delivery missing outside with a breaking ball, and it's 1-0 to Patrick Evans. Now, in Gavin's defense, I will also say, I think at times this year in a starting role, that's all Jay was asking for, was an inning or two to get us to that middle relief. Runners first and second. Here's the 1-0. And a swing and a miss. Off speed, dropped down. It's now 1-1.
Well, Gavin Guidry's making his 17th appearance of the year. He's 4-3 with a 7.01 ERA. Does have one save. 34 2/3 innings. He's given up 29 hits, 27 runs, 16 walks, and 44 strikeouts.
1-1. Slider, a swing and a miss, and that'll put Gavin ahead 1-2. Evans today 0 for 2. Lined out. A great play by Dardar, who started the game at third. And a ground out 5-3. Last time in the 6th inning. Here's the 1-2 from Guidry. It's down low, blocked up by Aaron Beatty. Gamecocks will stay put at first and second. Scobie, the lead runner. Suter at first.
Guidry will throw the ball 90 to 93 with the fastball. He's going to want to work his cutter in there, which is in the upper 80s, 86 to 89. And then I think his slider is probably his best pitch, best secondary pitch for sure. That's going to be more mid-80s.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Evans. Here's the delivery and a lazy swing, but got a piece to stay alive on another breaking ball that was darting down. It's now still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Never will forget Gavin Guidry in 2023. Freshman season called upon. Get those final outs in Omaha, and he was perfect guy, perfect moment in 2023. Here's the 2-2. Missed down. 3-2 now, the count to Evans.
Well, in that 23 season, he had 23 appearances, 28 2/3 innings, had 42 strikeouts, only 12 walks, and 3.77 ERA that year.
Payoff pitch, foul in on the hands. Keep Evans at the plate, still with a full count. Serving the world's best baby back ribs, fresh seafood, Cajun-inspired comfort food, and home to the Jay Johnson Show. That's TJ Ribs, located at 2324 South Acadian Thruway. Again, the invitation. Hope to see you tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Another payoff delivery and a swing and a miss. Got him with that sweeping slider that landed in the left batter's box, but Evans could not stay away. Down on strikes. Guidry comes in, strikes out the first batter he faces.
Yeah, that pitch was way out of the zone, but that just will tell you how hard of a pitch that is to lay off, because it was on the outside part of the plate and kept working away from the right-handed hitter Evans, but just too nasty for Evans to lay off.
So with 1 out, still runners first and second. Guidry not out of the woods yet. Here's Tyler Bach, stands in. Atop the order, an overhand breaking ball at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. Again, every pitcher benefits getting ahead in the count, but Gavin Guidry becomes just an alpha competitor when he stays ahead of hitters.
Absolutely, we can use that great slider, and you don't have to throw it for a strike when you're ahead in the count.
The 0-1 missing down and a bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You can bury that thing down in the dirt, start it out over the plate, and let it just dive. You get a lot of swing and misses, but you got to stay ahead in the count, because you obviously get behind, you become more predictable and got to catch more of the plate. It becomes easier pitches to hit.
The 1-1 elicits a half-hearted swing, and home plate umpire says he went around. So Bach now behind in the count, 1-2. We'll see how Guidry attacks here with runners first and second, 1 away here in the top of the 8th. Guidry is 1-2. Did he go? They appeal. They say that he did. Bach couldn't hold up. He doesn't like the call, but Guidry again with that nasty breaking ball. Gets the strikeout. Bach retired. 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Well, right on cue, he gets to 1-2 ahead in the count. He's able to throw that hard, sharp slider out of the zone, down in the zone. And whether Bach went or didn't go, it was too close. And that bat, we get an angle here in the booth. That bat was moving, and it's close.
Ooh. Tigers will take it.
Yep.
Harmon stands in. First pitch, a breaking ball low. 1 ball, no strikes. Harmon today 0 for 2. He did reach on a walk in the 4th inning. And the story of the weekend is going to be the pitching staff for LSU. Again, limiting the free passes and really limiting the offense in total for South Carolina. Again, today, no runs on just 4 hits. You look back to last night's nightcap. Carolina 3 runs on 4 hits, and 2 or 3 of those came late in the game. They had 1 hit for the longest time in last night's game, too. 2-0. Ooh, that one down in the dirt, got away, bounced off. I believe Aaron Beatty's cleat goes all the way to the Carolina dugout. That will give everybody a 90 feet advance. So that puts Scobie now at third, Suter at second. So with 2 outs, Carolina does have 2 runners in scoring position. So now a 3-0 count with first base open.
Yeah, definitely got to finish out this game and finish out this series if you're LSU, but a lot of confidence you can take from this weekend, especially from the pitching staff, and take that, carry it into a tough weekend next weekend against Athens, against Georgia in Athens, I should say.
Gavin goes to the 92-mile-an-hour fastball on the inner edge to make it 3-1. I was interested to see how they approach this with first base open and 2 outs. He misses on that fastball. Again, tried to catch the corner, didn't miss it by much, but enough to put Harmon aboard. So now Carolina, for the first time today, loads the bases with 2 outs. And we'll see Jake Randolph, who today is 1 for 3 and a single his last at bat. And that's going to bring Nate Yeske out here, talk a little strategy with Gavin Guidry with the bases loaded. And Randolph, a .225 hitter. Again, as we said, 1 for 3, had a single last time in the 7th, fly ball out in the 4th, and a ground out to Milam back in the 1st inning. SEC play batting .236 is Randolph. Coming into today, he was the second leading batter for the Gamecocks at .286. So 3 hits on the weekend thus far, including today, for the designated hitter. It'll be a righty-on-righty matchup after Seth Buckminster tries to go and hurry the meeting. He walked all the way out to the mound with Yeske out there. What do you know?
Yeah, they can home plate umpire Seth Buckminster get his exercise in today. He's made a bunch of trips to the mound.
I'd love to see the pedometer numbers. So again, Scobie at third, Suter at second, Harmon aboard at first. Randolph at the plate, Guidry's first pitch. Ooh, just missed off the outside corner. Looked pretty good from here. Guidry also got a little bit of a lean after it being ruled ball 1. 1-0 the count. The right-hander comes right back to 1-0. That one catches the inner half of the plate, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, good heater from Guidry to get it to 1-1, and with no place to put him. Again, this is where you need to make your best pitches if you're Gavin Guidry.
7-0 LSU leads. Carolina threatening with the bases loaded. The 1-1. Ground ball towards Milam. Milam will scoop it up. Sidearm throw to Ruckert at second for out number 3. And Carolina once again comes up empty-handed. They load the bases, but no runs on 2 hits, and they strand 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th. A 7-0 LSU lead. Cerna, Curiel, and Aaron Beatty. Meet of the order presented by 44 Farms. Coming up for LSU on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Everyone has their own favorite way to experience Louisiana. For some, it's the taste of hot beignets with a creamy cafe au lait. For others, it's swaying to the music of brass bands, Zydeco, and all the music in between. It's boating on the bayou, weaving your way through festivals, road tripping in pursuit of the greatest gumbo. Whoever you are, whatever you crave, Louisiana will feed your soul. Go to findyourlouisiana.com to plan your visit today.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Follow the powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Omar Cerna Jr. will lead it off for the Tigers here. Bottom of the 8th inning, they lead 7-0 here in Game 3. Cerna 1 for 4 today. 2-run homer in his second at bat of the afternoon. Swing and miss at this delivery. And it's 0-1. Josh Gregoire again continues on the mound in relief for Carolina. Cerna's reached base 3 times today, including that 2-run bomb. Gregoire delivers low and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Omar reached on an error in the 5th. Got aboard on a fielder's choice last time in the 6th inning. Certainly put a charge in the crowd here back in the 3rd. This pitch down in the dirt gets away from LaCroix, and it's now 2-1.
I mentioned Gregoire went to ULM last year. I know I gave you a few numbers, but it's a really nice year for the Warhogs with 23 appearances, 2.38 ERA, 5 saves during that 25-year.
2-1 to Cerna. In on the hands, pops it up left field way. Ozama coming over, and he'll have it 1 away. So Cerna retired. Now we'll see Derek Curiel. Again, LSU Athletics. I'd like to think today's game sponsor ISC Constructors had a little gift for the first so many thousand fans through the gate. ISC Constructors, powered by people. Curiel 1 for 3 today. And hope he gets his second hit here, because otherwise he'll get to run around and tell everybody his lone hit in Game 3 against Carolina was a bunt for a double. First pitch a called strike, and it's 0-1.
That's funny. We got the monitor up here in our booth, so on the TV the screen comes up double, just double, you know, and that's what they say. It doesn't. They don't have a description in the paper the next morning. It just says single, double, home run, so nobody knows unless you were here listening to us.
What'd you do, Derek? Did you take it down the right field corner, or did you go opposite field? No, I bunted it right to the mound. 1 ball, 1 strike to Curiel.
I guess you could see that maybe happening with a big shift on for a pull side lefty, and then somebody pushes one down the third base line.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, that's probably happened a number of times in the game with the new shift rules, but to do it the way he did it was pretty amazing.
Change up and a swing and a miss offered up by Gregoire, and it's now 1-2 to Curiel. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
And the 1-2 to Curiel, another off-speed pitch. He was out of time, swing and a miss. Curiel down on strikes for the second out of the inning here in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, what looked like a split finger from Gregoire, I believe, or excuse me, looks like a changeup. I actually think it's a split finger, as that's one of his better secondary pitches. He throws a slider and a split. Doesn't have that he has a changeup, so I believe that's the
You
split.
might be right. I mean, it has the characteristics of a
does.
changeup, but
yeah,
it's not listed on the scouting report. Kate Arabidi stands in with 2 outs and nobody on. The first delivery on the top of the plate, low for ball 1.
a few things I think from high school to college. I mean, obviously guys throw harder, so that becomes a challenge in itself, but the split finger and the sinker.
Arabidi swings. This one lifted foul territory, first base side. Craddock coming over. A lot of room, but it comes back on him and he can't make the grab. Tough break for Craddock, the freshman. Looked like he was settled under it, Buzzy. Again, it went straight up in the air. About midway of the LSU dugout. And that's one of the widest areas of foul territory, but he just overran it. Ball came back on him, and he couldn't get a glove on it.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times over the weekend. Of course, yesterday we had a howling wind in from center field, which wreaked havoc on both teams, really. But that one was a tough play in its own right. I tell you, when balls go up in the sky like that, that is not something easy. I tell that all the time.
Line drive, base hit into left field. Arabidi. 3rd knock of the day. That'll give the Tigers their 10th Bingo Pest Product base hit. Back-to-back games with double-digit hits for LSU on the weekend.
Yeah, Aaron Beatty feeling good about himself. Gets a gift from Craddock at first base by dropping the pop-up. He takes advantage of it. Puts a good swing on a baseball. Hits it 99 miles an hour over the shortstop's head. Aaron Beatty with another 3-hit afternoon. But no, the jump for me, it was the splitter and the sinker in college that you just don't see in high school. I thought that was a big change.
Milam swings at the first pitch. He will pop this one up near first base, but now Suter, the second baseman in fair territory, will make the play for out number 3. We have played 8 complete here on Sunday. We head to the top of the 9th. Carolina down 7-0. Gavin Guidry headed back out on the mound, try to find 3 quick outs and call it a weekend here at the box. 7-0 Tigers lead, top of the 9th coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors. The Kubota L Series is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance meshed attachments. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
I'm Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill. Knowing the facts is the key to winning a case in court and also winning in life. To be a champion, you have to make good decisions, and one of those is to not vape. Vaping can destroy your lungs with toxic metals and chemicals. Some devices contain lead and nickel and even formaldehyde. Vaping can cause severe health problems, so choose to be a champion. Stay vape-free.
Paid for by the Louisiana Department of Justice.
Game day starts local, just 2 miles from Tiger Stadium. Oxbow Rum Distillery is the official rum of LSU athletics. Handcrafted from Louisiana sugarcane, grown right across the river. From cane to glass, every bottle is pure Louisiana pride. So, whether you're mixing up cocktails at your tailgate or joining us at the tasting room, make it a win for local flavor. Oxbow Rum Distillery, located downtown Baton Rouge. Go Tigers!
Home of the reigning champion LSU Fighting Tigers. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
LSU looking for 3 quick outs in the top of the 9th inning. They lead 7-0 over South Carolina. Gavin Guidry stands atop the mound. It'll be Talmadge LaCroix to lead it off for Carolina. Today he's 0 for 3, but a dangerous hitter nonetheless. First pitch, slow ground ball. Circling around it is Milam at shortstop, and the throw right on the money to Braun. 1 down, 2 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU here in the top of the 9th inning.
At the plate for the Gamecocks, left fielder Ethan Lozano.
Those just I don't think we take them for granted, but I think maybe there are people that take that for granted. That is just such it's not as easy to play as he makes it seem, and that's all I'm going to say about that, because he's that's in the hole, circling it. Guy getting down the line makes a strong throw over to first base. Good to have him on our team.
First delivery from Guidry to Lozama. Ruled ball 1. Aaron Beatty shaking his head. Guidry a little surprised, looked pretty good from our vantage point, but 1-0 to start off Lozama. I'll tell you a story about Milam that I find interesting. So you talk about how you could easily take that for granted, that when it's hit to the 6th hole, Milam, if he gets his glove on it, go ahead and start marking that runner out. Go back and get some highlight plays on the internet, on YouTube, wherever you subscribe. Here's a ground ball, and it's fair inside the first base bag. It got by Braun, bounces off the side wall. Patrick going to pick it up, throw into second behind the bag. Sliding in safely will be Lozama with a 1-out double here in the 9th. But if you watch Milam, it doesn't seem to matter most times how his body is contorting, his lower body, where his hips are, where his feet are. That arm slot and that throw almost remains constant regardless of what everything else is doing. And that to me is one of the more amazing parts. He never, rarely I should say, misses on getting the mechanics of the throw down. That's why more times than not, 99.9% of the time, it is right on the money, regardless of where he is or how his body is contorted.
Yeah, great evaluation of him for sure, Chris. And
Breaking ball from Guidry, a called strike to Craddock. It's 0-1.
Another thing that you can't really, you obviously can't see it, you don't really know, but his body language always feels like he's just under control. It doesn't matter if the ball's hit 110 off the bat or 60 off the bat.
Ground ball going to be left of third and foul off the bat.
It always feels like,
Craddock.
yeah, there's no panic in him. And that's something that, again, you could take a million ground balls and practice, a million fungos. You could throw the ball over to first base, make a million throws, but you only get that true experience by playing in the game and getting comfortable with guys running down the base and knowing when you got to release it.
The 0-2 pitch lifted in the air by Craddock, deep to right center. Patrick, though, coming over, a step on the track, makes the play. A quick throw into the infield will keep Lizama at second. 2 down, 1 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Well, you hear it all the time. If you talk to a basketball coach, why is your point guard so good? He slows the game down. If you talk to a football coach, what's the secret to your quarterback? I heard it from Joe Burrow. I heard it about, the great ones. Well, they slow the game down, and I think you're exactly right with Milam. Regardless of the situation, he's able to slow the game down, get his heartbeat, keep it steady, and make incredible plays.
Well, how do you teach that? You don't.
I don't. Yeah.
I
thought you were asking me. I certainly don't, but nobody can.
That's the thing. I think people want to know, how do you figure it out? And that's the stuff that, the intangibles people talk about. You really can't teach it. The good ones have it, and you don't know how to explain it other than they know how to get the job done when the pressure's on.
Guidry's first pitch to Scobie, a swing and a miss. An off-speed pitch again, darting down. Scobie couldn't stay away, and it's 0-1. Coming up, we'll have the Fighting Tiger 10th inning show. Get your full game stats, player of the game, and a visit with Tiger head coach Jay Johnson, who's going to be smiling ear to ear after this weekend. Swing and a miss. Elevated the fastball, did Guidry. Scobie now behind him to the count, 0-2 with 2 down, a runner at second here in the top of the ninth. Crowd trying to lift up their veteran right-hander, Gavin Guidry. Runner at second, 2 down, top of the ninth, and the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Tigers get the win. They take the series with a clean sweep of the Gamecocks. Exclamation point here on Sunday with a 7-0 shutout win for Jay Johnson and his Tigers. LSU with the victory moves to 28-21 on the year, 9-15 in SEC play. South Carolina heads back to Soda City, 22-27, 7-17 in SEC play. All over with on the weekend. The Tigers celebrate a win, 7-0 the final. Coming up, we'll crank up the Fighting Tiger 10th inning show in a bit. Celebrating a Tiger victory and a great LSU weekend here at the box. Final score today in Game 3, LSU 7, South Carolina 0 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.